What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people, and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now, and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later.
What's up, everybody? Good evening. Good evening. Hey, y'all. Hey,
What up, though?
There you go.
Hey.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to Room 9 After Hours. I'm your host, Mimi. And we got Q in the building, Brittany, Mr. Anton Daniels himself, and Kim and I. Ooh, that hair is beautiful tonight. You change it up every night, girl. And Miss Aaliyah is here tonight. Okay. So happy to have y'all. Y'all ready for this great show that AD cured for us tonight? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and start off the show with this icebreaker.
Hold on. Wait. What's going on with Kim?
Kim,
What you mean?
Beautiful. She was like an African queen tonight.
What's up with, we got a new look?
Yeah.
Because I like to see new stuff, so I change it up every now and then.
I don't know about that.
We talked about this.
You don't know about what?
I don't know about so many changes. Like, it's like you get a new girl every like month or something.
That's the point. Did you get bored? No.
Guys like how they like knowing what to expect before they could expect it.
I'm not doing anything for any guy, so therefore I will change it.
Well, there you go.
Is that true? Never mind. Every girl does everything for guys, and guys does stuff for girls.
I really don't.
We'll get there. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You just woke up. I'm gonna just say that right now.
Yeah, he does look a little sleepy-eyed.
Yeah, I had shit on my mouth. I'll wrap off real quick. Yeah, I was like, damn, nigga, it's still today.
Watch your face. You got time to
This nigga just woke up.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
Bloodshot.
I took an epic nap today, so I'm wide awake.
This is so hilarious.
Y'all got me out here napping like a toddler in the middle of the day.
Hey, you know what? I've discovered that most adults do nap just based on watching people on the flights. If they have nothing to do, like if they just sit for a minute, they're going to sleep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyone else you want to address, AD, before we start this icebreaker?
What up, Aaliyah?
I was waiting on Aaliyah.
Me and Aaliyah already had a conversation on the phone, so I don't need to say anything about that.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Brittany. You know, Brittany, you've changed a lot And I don't know if it's for the better, but we gonna get there.
What do you mean?
What?
Because
I mean, change from what exactly?
You changed. We'll get there. Don't worry about it.
No. Change from what?
You're more passive.
Really?
Yep.
I'm everything.
Nope,
I'm not the same every day. So I don't know what you mean by
change.
change.
You Kimberly now. Okay.
No, I'm not the same all the time. So I don't know what you mean.
All right. Don't worry about it. We get there. The show changes everybody eventually.
Oh, no. It's not the show. I'm just not the same every day.
Yep.
See, that's when you think you know someone, and then it's like, oh, maybe they're not always the same way.
I'm not the only person. The chat figured it out too.
But they don't know me. That's what I'm saying. Like when you don't really know someone.
We know what we see.
Yeah, but you've only seen me for a few months. You don't know me, and you don't see me every day, all day.
No,
so
we ain't talking about your personal life. We're talking about here on the panel.
That's all that matters.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not the same every day. Sometimes I'm chill. Sometimes I get I'm human, so you never know what you're gonna get.
We love you either way.
Just be nice, and I'll be nice. I get.
Mimi, I'm gonna pilot the beginning of the second thing because I don't have a reference video that I can use for that. So I'm gonna have to kind of talk through it, the Devin Haney situation, but we'll get there.
Okay, I got you. Okay, then. Q, you ready? All right. All right, let's hit this icebreaker, y'all.
Guess what? I have stopped before in the middle of sex, and it was fine. It wasn't even that awkward. I said, hey, sorry, I think I'm done, actually. I don't really want to keep going. And they said, okay, yeah, no big deal. Do you want to cuddle? Do you want a little snack? And that is the bare minimum. It's literally the bare minimum to respect a boundary and not rape someone. The only person who ever had a problem with this was my abuser. When I tried to stop in the middle, he would get angry and he wouldn't stop. He would keep going and he would say, ugh, I hate it when you complain. It's such a turnoff. I'm almost done. Just make your body go limp. Just be quiet and submit to me. That's rape. That's rape and it's not normal. It's okay to stop in the middle. You don't owe anyone finishing. If you decide you're done and you don't want to do it anymore, that's enough reason to stop. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, and you're allowed to have a boundary.
Wow, y'all. She said that she revoked her consent right in the middle of sex. Is that selfish? What is going on here? What is y'all?
That's my question. What is going on there? Why does she continually do that?
Oh, I'm glad that you caught that.
Yeah, it wasn't the first one time.
It seems intentional. Like she just wants to test them out to see if they're going to get annoyed or mad at her for wanting to just completely leave them with blue balls. Like, what is the point of that? That's so weird. That is so weird.
Is it rape?
I do believe that once you withdraw your consent, then yes. Is it weird that she keeps doing that? Also, yes.
You think that's rape?
This is such a touchy subject. Honestly,
yeah, I know. That's why I made it because I want to push the boundaries a little bit more because I think that we've been being a little too passive, and I think that there's some people complain about, not y'all, but people in general complain about going into the same subjects, talking about the same things. Okay, well then let's have some conversations about some stuff that's meaningful, and let's dig into it then.
This one's touchy.
I mean, we can't force someone to continue. Rape, though? I mean, if he's like forcing her down, like trying to force her to continue, maybe, but it's like, I don't know. This is stupid. I just think it's stupid. Like, how do you even like? I just think it's kind of stupid.
I think it depends on
because think about what she said. She's in a relationship. Number one, right?
Not married.
Apparently, she regularly does this because she said he used to say, meaning that this was a regular occurrence. All right. That she would just stop in the middle. That's number two. The third thing about this thing is that him saying, oh man, that's a turn off, or whatever he was saying, having a conversation about it, in my opinion, does not constitute rape. And in my opinion, I believe that term is used so loosely that they've even applied culture at the end of it, and they say rape culture. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the whole idea that having a conversation or saying, oh man, that's such a turnoff, is automatically rape. Now, if she say, I don't want to do it anymore, and you say, and you keep going, then we can start having a conversation about that. But having a conversation alone and saying, hey, this is a turnoff or whatever, that is not rape. All right. I want to be very, very clear. She didn't say he did anything going forward. She didn't say that he continued to do stuff against her will.
Okay, because that was my understanding that he continued, and that's why I said that.
She did not say that.
Conversation. No, that's
I
not
thought
rape.
she did say that.
He used the word rape, but she never said that he.
Play it again, Mimi.
Okay.
Yeah, because
she. So insane.
Guess what? I have stopped before in the middle of sex, and it was fine. It wasn't even that awkward. I said, hey, sorry, I think I'm done, actually. I don't really want to keep going. And they said, okay, yeah, no big deal. Do you want to cuddle? Do you want a little snack? And that is the bare minimum. It's literally the bare minimum to respect a boundary and not rape someone. The only person who ever had a problem with this was my abuser. When I tried to stop in the middle, he would get angry and he wouldn't stop. He would keep going and he would say, ugh, I hate it when you complain. It's such a turn off. I'm almost done. Just make your body go limp. Just be quiet and submit to me. That's rape. That's rape, and it's not normal. It's okay to stop in the middle. You don't owe anyone finishing. If you decide you're done and you don't want to do it anymore, that's enough reason to stop. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You're allowed to have a boundary.
All right, she did say he would keep going. But she also didn't, I don't know if she said stop, right? Because
she said I tried.
I wrote it down. I wrote it down.
It's a difference between saying, you know what, I'm not sure if I feel like it anymore, and hey, stop. Like I just think, I don't know, man. Like, this is a weird situation. Like we used to consider rape to be if you know what I'm saying, taking it against your will and doing something, like you go out with a person or you walking down the dark alley and he takes you against your will, right?
Yeah.
She gonna keep on letting them bust it down in future instances, but then at the same time saying that's right. So why would you still be with or laying with somebody that is involuntarily taking you against your will? Why would you continue to do it?
It sounds like she kept having sex with him, her ex, and would consistently keep trying to stop at different times. And so it sounds like he just was getting annoyed and probably one time said, I'm tired, because he said, I'm tired of you always doing this. So just lay there, let me finish. Like, because she probably kept doing it.
I don't think he said, I'm gonna be honest with you, Britt. I think she's lying.
I mean,
I think she's embellishing the conversation to try to make it more than what it really is. And this is why the minute that y'all spot a person like this, get the fuck out.
But she also does give me the type that would do that. So it sounds like a lot because it's weird because normal people don't do that. But she gives me the type of chick that would actually do that. Like keep trying to stop during sex just because.
She said she did it more than once.
She don't like him for real. That's what it is.
No, she's got something else going on that she keeps doing that. And I think as a man to protect yourself, if that comes up, stop. Because at some point she's going to the authorities.
Let me ask y'all a question. If a guy is with a woman, right, and mid-stroke, the minute after he get his, he said, you know what? I don't want to continue to do this. I would like for you to leave right now. And then she says, but wait a minute, what you mean? So you gonna leave me hanging? You ain't gonna let me get mine too? And he says, you know what? I don't want to do anything against my will. If she continues to try to force him, is that rape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
Under-
not. No, it's
It's
not.
coercion.
No, it's not.
coercion.
Nobody would ever say no. See,
It's
You know,
coercion.
men wouldn't
double
care
standards.
about it. But I don't think men would probably care about it. But if we're going off just the definition, if he says no and she keeps trying, technically yes. But would a man probably do that? No.
Nobody's going for that. Hey man, I kicked her out the minute that I had posting clarity, and I said, "Hey, you got to go because I'm not feeling comfortable with you being here anymore." And she tried to force me to continue to do it. Nobody's going for that. Stop.
Not that
you know
last
what I don't
part,
understand?
but the first part do be happening. They do be leaving after they finish and don't be.
I know that part, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Nobody ever says
all
that
the
that's
time.
rape culture from a woman's perspective about her complaining about him not showing up after that. Nobody says that. Nobody.
Where else, in what other instance, is it ever okay to continue doing something after somebody says stop? If I'm poking you and you say stop, everybody would reasonably expect me to stop doing that. If I was slapping you and you said stop, people would reasonably expect me to stop. Like,
hold on. Kenny,
why is it that you can say
wrong.
stop doing this and somebody continues?
Well, nobody is saying that you should continue. Let's be clear. I think that you should get the fuck up out of there and get gone and never talk to her again. So I'm gonna set that standard right away. But if we want to deep dive into the conversation, what you're comparing to an intimate situation is poking somebody and stabbing somebody. That's not the same. That's not the same as you laying up with a chick and y'all into it in the bedroom. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's not the same. It's not even in the same category.
Right. Touching
Nobody
somebody
wants to be stabbed.
But I'm just saying, I didn't say stab, I said slap. But even
nobody
poking
wanna be
somebody is not as bad as not stopping when they ask you sexually. But you would expect them to stop. Right?
You would expect it depends on if it's the man or the woman.
You would expect the person touching you to stop touching you.
If you're in a sexual situation?
Period.
No. Kimberly, is different. And I'm going to tell you why it's different. Because if you are with somebody that you are in a relationship with versus a person that you just interacting with for the first time or y'all linked up or whatever, it is a completely different circumstance. And people try to ignore nuance or they try to ignore context, and it's not the same. I'll give you an example. Why is she still having sex with him in later instances if she's not rocking with him?
You got me beat. Why does she stop in the middle?
Why
we don't know why
she's
she
still
does
in a
the things she
relationship
does.
with him? Why she's still in a relationship with him if she don't want him to mess with her like that no more?
I don't know. But again, why does she keep stopping in the middle? I mean, we have all kinds of questions about her.
Because these type of women practice, this is a form of abuse, in my opinion. I'm gonna keep it 100. This is a form of abuse because you missed the first part where she said it, where she said, now we can go and sit on the couch and throw popcorn. Nah, bitch, you got yours. And now you want to try to, you know what I'm saying? You want to try to exert control. This is a form of exerting control over the person that you're in a relationship with, and they're using their body in a box to do so. That's really what it is. This ain't got nothing to do with rape culture. This don't have nothing to do with it. This has something to do with she's empowered to be able to use her body to exert control over him, because that's probably the only type of control that she has over him, because he probably brings in the finances, he probably takes care of business, he probably does all of that. And so the reason why she continuously does it is because she's enabled to do it. That's the only reason why she's doing it. It ain't got nothing to do with the case,
but that's on him to get out of that situation, because you can't just say, I'm just going to keep going just because you're using this as a form of control.
I agree with you. I don't disagree with it. I said the minute that she said it, you should stop and you should get the fuck up out of there and never talk to her again. But it doesn't change the mindset of the person that's doing it, and it's dangerous. And because people don't call it out and people don't address it for what it is, we give people, you know what I'm saying, more power than they should. But instead, every dude should look at her as a red flag, and we need to develop a website. The same way that they develop a website for sexual predators, we need to develop a website for feminists who will stop mid-stroke for no fucking reason and eat popcorn on a couch with you and act like y'all besties and act like nothing happened.
Well, I mean, if you want to know the truth of the matter, she's being rewarded for the behavior, because the first dude didn't leave her. It seems like he must have kept going too, right? So she didn't get left. That would have been her punishment for them. The second guy, again, must still be staying there. And he's like, hey, well, you want to cuddle or whatever? He's rewarding her bad behavior.
He's a simp.
And imagine
that's the reason.
Comment,
that's the reason why.
People, imagine the women that are commenting and gassing her head up about her video, because she's making a whole video on, I'm assuming that was TikTok. So she's actually promoting this. And now there's more women that are agreeing with her. So now, who knows, the next guy she's with, she's probably going to test him and do the same thing to him. And the first time a guy does the same thing her ex did by saying, no, I'm going to keep going, now she gets to report that as rape. Because now she feels empowered to say that this is wrong if you keep going when I want to just randomly stop in the middle of sex. So her making a video is more dangerous, I think, than anything. Because the people that are gassing.
Yep, I agree with you. I agree with you. And I think it's a form of abuse. And she's abusive towards her husband or her man or whoever she's in a relationship with. And I think that it's evil. It's evil, and I think it's abusive. And you keep on pulling that shit, and then you're gonna want to sit there up on the couch with me and lay down and act like we cool. We're not cool. We not ever cool. We not ever cool again. Ever. And don't ever call me again. Because that's the biggest red flag shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I believe that if a chick tell you to stop mid-stroke, don't ever call her again. Don't ever call her again.
You're not gonna find out why?
Why would I want to talk to you? Why would I want to talk to you?
So this is your girlfriend.
If you're willing to eat popcorn with me afterwards and not even volunteer an explanation and think that it's cool, so I have to beg you for an explanation on why you keep doing this shit.
Who said that? We don't know what explanation she gave them. I mean, maybe she has a good and valid reason. No, she said he then asked, do you want to cuddle or whatever?
Or she said
he asked her that.
That was the bare minimum she expected, was if she told them to stop, that they should at least say, okay, well, do you want to cuddle or what do you want to, and not get angry. She said the only person that
if the first thing you asked me to do was to cuddle, and I got blue balls, we got a problem.
I think it's wild. I'm gonna be mad if a man did it to me. So
that's the problem. The type of man that she's probably dealing with probably did ask if she wants to cuddle. Like, there's different type of men in the world.
She said it's okay to do this, right? She said it's okay to stop it and all of this stuff. Cool. I think it's okay to have a chick over, and you know what I'm saying, the minute you get whatever it is that you get out of her, it's okay to send her home. Or not even send her home. It's okay to be able to put her out and say, hey, listen, I don't ever want to talk to you again.
Your prerogative. Nobody can make you keep her there. Just like she can't make those guys stay.
Nah, Kimmy, you see, this is dangerous. This is the reason why this is bad. This is bad.
I'm not saying that it's not. I agree with Brittany with the fact that she made the video and put it out there. And so that's promoting this whole stop in the middle and and
But
it's
what about the
fine.
behavior of doing it in the first place? Forget the video. What about the
I don't know
fact
what
that
her reasoning is. I think it's weird, again, especially given the fact that she seems to continually do that. But I don't know what her reasoning is.
So you don't think that is
Some
wrong?
trauma
You don't think that
somewhere.
is wrong? You don't think that is wrong for her to be pulling this shit and then be cuddling?
That's not
with
what
him?
I said. I think it's
asking
very
you.
bizarre. I'm
Do
not
you
going to
think
say it's
it's
wrong
wrong?
because I don't know what her reason is for stopping it. I just think that it's weird that she keeps doing it.
So you
I
don't
also
think
think
it's wrong for her to cuddle with a nigga after doing it?
Not if that was his suggestion, not hers.
But it's also weird that she told us the whole story and breakdown of everything that transpired, except for why she wanted
Check it
to
out.
stop.
Check it out. She's done it to more than one nigga.
Yeah, I think it is a power trip. I think she's doing it for power because she would have said,
Mhm.
"Oh, it was hurting," or or my body was. She would have told us in that video why. She
Yeah.
why.
It
So I
She
don't.
said
wasn't just
why.
it
No,
wasn't
but
just
she
a
said
him
why.
thing. She's
Yeah.
done
She
it
just
to
kind of
more
said,
than
"I'm
one
over
guy.
it."
Yeah,
She's
she
done
said
it to more
why.
than one
She said
guy.
she was done. She don't really want to do this anymore. She's over
Yeah.
it. Like,
But what's the reason that she's over it?
She don't like
Power
it.
trip.
I
I
don't.
think it's a power
Or
trip.
a
So you
deeper
think that
reasoning, power
so you
trip maybe, but like, I think she just wanted to, just because.
you think she would do this to more than one guy? And come on, man. She don't even need to be.
I
I'm
see
gonna
them
be
with
honest with you. She don't
like
even
that.
need to be in a relationship, in my
She
opinion.
doesn't.
Facts.
Mhm.
I don't even think that she should be in a relationship because I wonder how many women have been accused of rape from women talking to other women. I wonder how many, and I'm just genuine because I don't know if we got data and statistics on this. I wonder how many women have told another woman to stop and they didn't, and they reported them for rape, or that we have a think piece of a woman that told another woman to stop and she did, and she feels as though that's part of rape culture.
Oh, so
You
you're
mean
talking
a
about like a
lesbian?
lesbian relationship?
Oh, I
Yeah,
was like,
Because
yeah.
I was confused a little bit. So okay, so you mean if like two women were doing something and
Yes.
stop? I think it would
like
be the
siblings.
same because these women they wear all kinds of stuff that's just like men. You know what I mean? Just
I think
It'd be
that
the same, wouldn't it?
I think it's abusive. I do.
I think
And I
she.
think that I don't know any woman that would be in a loving relationship. I think it's abusive for men that are in sexless relationships.
Hmm.
Let me revise that. I think it's abusive for men that are in sexless marriages. 1,000%. Because I would never even if I was like tired or whatever, I would never deny unless I was sick or it was something seriously wrong. I wouldn't deny, you know what I'm saying, my girl, just for the sake of doing that shit. I wouldn't do it just because I'm tired. I wouldn't do any of that type of stuff, right? Because I want you to be happy, and part of being in a relationship is wanting the other person to get everything or to be happy. You know what I'm saying? And doing that. And so when I hear about guys that are in sexless marriages, honestly, because I think that women do that shit for shits and giggles. I genuinely do think they do that shit for shits and giggles. Bro, there's no reason why you should be getting more box as a single man than a man that's married getting box. Ain't no fucking way. It's the wildest thing that women, bro, as a married guy, women throw that shit like singles in a strip club. You literally got to swerve out. Oh shit! You know you getting out of the way of that. All of that. They throw it like it's nothing. Single guys, married guys. If you out here, if you go out, you could literally have your way. To think that you have a naked chick right next to you. She not on her period. She ain't sick, and I can't touch it. You telling me I can't touch it? Get the fuck out of my house, man. I'm gone. I'm gone. Ain't no way in the world that I'm gonna be laying next to you and I just can't touch it. No, that's abusive, bro. In my opinion, that's a heavy form of abuse that I think that needs to be I think I almost believe that a sexless marriage should warrant for you not to have to pay alimony.
How that correlate?
Because a part of the union and a part of keeping the union what it's supposed to be is sex. That's a part of your union. Okay, let me ask you a question, A. You married to a guy, and for the next 2 or 3 months, this nigga say, nah, I ain't putting out. I'm not fucking with it right now. I'm just not on that type of time. I'm not feeling it. I got to figure out what my life is like. You know, I'm tired. I'm not interested. And it happens over and over and over again for the next few months. What's your thoughts?
I'm gonna feel away. I can't lie.
Oh,
I'm gonna feel away.
Interesting. So
I'm gonna be like, is this something with me? Because first I'm gonna be like, is it for the first couple? I'm gonna be like, is it me? Now when you keep going, I'm gonna be like, it's you. Now I gotta figure out
okay.
what's going on.
So it is okay. So it is him, right? So how is that any different?
It's not different.
All right.
They should feel away. They should feel away. They should not mess with this girl. She's a red flag. I think she's wrong for continuing this action. Like I don't know why she does this, but she's wrong. Like whatever her reasoning is, she's wrong regardless. I think she's just doing it just to do it and to mess with these men, just to mess with their head. She don't have no real reasoning. I promise you it's no real reason. It is nothing. It's no backstory. It's no deeper. It's nothing. For real. She's just doing this just to do this with these men, just so she could get on TikTok and make these videos, like Brittany was saying, and spreading this message so other girls could be like, yep, exactly, and start doing that with they men. And then it's also a problem because she's using that to judge them. Like, however they respond to her doing that, she's going to hold that against them. She's going to judge them for their response. So when you think about it, it is a form of abuse.
There's so much expectation on men to perform in every aspect of their life. It's ridiculous, honestly. We gotta, aside from the normal stuff that we gotta do, you know, to provide and protect and all of that stuff. Y'all really don't even have to do nothing when it comes to sex. Like y'all really just, y'all not good people when it comes to participating in a relationship the way that y'all supposed to and showing up. And we gotta give good D, right? Because then you're gonna be you compared. It's like, wait a minute, nigga, you ain't even. It's like we got so many landmines to navigate through in life. It's pretty interesting if you really think about it. It is. It's interesting.
Well, I think you're right a little bit on that.
It is. It's very interesting.
I was just thinking. And I'm gonna tell you why that came to my head. I was just thinking, if I had to perform like a man, you know what I mean, I wouldn't last 30 seconds.
Have y'all ever seen those videos?
I ain't fit enough.
Have y'all ever seen those videos where the woman tried to do what a guy do?
I have, and I was just, that popped in my head. I was like,
she gets super tired real fast and shit.
She's tired.
3 pumps and I'm done. Like, I can't imagine how you know, especially if a woman wasn't satisfied and they're like, no, I need you to keep going. Like, I'd be like, I need to go to the gym. That's all I would
be sweating and
poor guys. You know what? You're right, AD. We really
How
don't.
Am I switching up my stance towards women? I'm not saying anything negative about women. No, I don't know where people are getting that from. I'm just saying that I think it's to say, okay, is it disrespectful to women to say that a man that's in a sexless marriage or relationship is experiencing some form of abuse?
No.
I think you're right. They would be.
Because, I mean, as women in a marriage, we would want you guys to continuously do the things in a marriage that you should be doing. So it's kind of like, I get there's times where women don't want to have sex. I mean, we're still human at the end of the day. There's times where we might be tired. There might be times where, like you said, we're on our cycle, whatever. But at the same time, I think for the most part, depending on what type of men you guys have, like, men are pretty understanding to that. I don't think most men are just like, no, you still better. You know what I mean? I feel like men can be understanding to those situations. But outside of that, I don't see a reason why you're not. I don't know.
I mean, I feel it even if you like, yo, you know what, I ain't really feeling it tonight or whatever. Like, that happens. It is what it is. You got shit going on in your life. You might be stressed out. It could be anything. But there are people that are in sexless marriages for months. There has been guys that have said, yo, I ain't had sex in 6 months, or I only had sex on my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Dang.
That's selfish. I think that's selfish, especially when you know that your man, like, probably doesn't ask you for anything and wants that. It's like, what is your reasoning for it? But to me, that starts to sound like you don't like him that much. Because why are you not excited to still want to sleep with your man? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you not wanting to do that? So I don't know.
That means you don't like me.
That's what I said earlier. I was like, she don't like him. Ain't no way that she's saying she don't want to finish having sex with him.
But the reason why it's abuse, in my opinion, is because you're still here because of what you get out of me outside of that. But at the same time, you don't like me. So anytime that you're using somebody in that way, but you don't even care about them, I think that that's a form of abuse. I think it's a form of abuse. But then I can't do nothing. I'm trapped. I'm trapped because if I go out and I go and get some shit, then I'm a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't get it here and I can't get it there. That's abusive, in my opinion.
However you respond, you're gonna be judged for it. Either way, it's a catch-22.
I think that that's pure abuse. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. And I think that a lot of people are being taken advantage as a result of it. And there's a ton of people. If a guy is in a relationship with a woman and, you know, she not really fucking with him, or you know, he not really messing with her, I think he, you know what I'm saying? Yo, either fix it or you know, let her be. But don't string her along. Don't do none of that stuff. I think anytime you're in a situation where you're unwilling to work with the person to, you know what I'm saying, to try to figure it out or whatever, I think that that's neglect in the purest form. So I don't agree with her. The lady that's in the video, I do think that the times that we live in forces people to just have to walk away, you know what I'm saying, mid-stroke or whatever. And the unfortunate part is that it's always going to be another guy that's desperate for box that's willing to cuddle with you. And so, you know, it kind of empowers that mindset. Nobody ever really understands it from the other person's perspective, and that's what makes it difficult. Like, I don't even know if I want to talk in that situation. I don't even want to talk. Like, I don't want to discuss it. Well, what am I supposed to say? Hey, so, you know, why do you like stopping mid-stroke?
It's such an awkward conversation. Like, why would you even have it?
How do you discuss that effectively?
You don't.
You just ask, what's up with that? Why do you keep doing that?
Nah, I think that the best form of conversation is action. And I think you speak much more effectively when you stop dealing with her. Like, I think that if you as a guy stop calling, stop talking to her, stop being interested in her, don't check for her, I think that that's a better conversation to have than actually trying to discuss anything with her. I think that guys talk too much, and they allow for people to talk them into situations or talk them down. And I think that that's how they get defeated. The minute that you start discussing or explaining yourself, you lost.
So when you just said you think that refusing to work with a person is abuse, you just meant the woman working with the man?
Well, the onus is on you because you're the one that said stop. So I shouldn't have to question you. Or I shouldn't have to ask you what the fuck you keep saying stop, but you keep grabbing popcorn and wanting me to sit with you on a couch. Why would I sit with? No, I'm not interested in. I think guys need to start their actions. The way that you show love as a guy is through your action, right? So the way that you should communicate is through your actions. All right, cool, you got it. I don't think you should trip. I just think you need to move. I think you need to make some adjustments immediately. And don't explain it. Don't go back and forth because she's smart enough to know what the fuck she's doing. She know what she's doing. Because even if a woman tells you to slow down because it hurt, oh my God, something like that. She pushing back, something like that. You know what I'm saying? She says the why in some way, shape, or form throughout the process. So you just going to get popcorn, never calling again, never fucking with you again. Just, it's nothing for us to talk about.
And the fact that she didn't really give a why, like a specific why, shows how she don't give a fuck about the partner. She
At
don't
all.
care. Like she doesn't care. She doesn't care to explain herself to those men. It shows how she sees them. She just doesn't care.
I agree 1,000%. And so I don't know. I think Kimmy is crazy right now, but it's okay.
By saying that she should have autonomy over her body and that you should do what works for you?
Your body is not even really yours when you're married. I hate to explain that. I knew you was gonna force me into saying it, but it's not. You don't belong to yourself. You belong to your spouse when you're married.
I think that depends on why you got married. If you got married for spiritual or religious reasons, then that makes sense to me because that's what it says in the Bible. I think if you got married for some other random reason, whatever people do it for, and you're not spiritual or religious, what grounds are you standing on?
What do you mean? It's the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's religious or not. You still give yourself to the other person. Y'all interdependent on each other in order for y'all to be even more successful. That's why y'all came together as one. If you are one with the person, how are you 100% how do you have 100% autonomy over yourself? If I'm responsible for you and your well-being, how do you have 100% autonomy over yourself unless you are 100% doing everything on your own? Paying your own bills, taking care of yourself, feeding yourself, you're able to go get resources, all of that. If you don't even have the ability to do for yourself and you become interdependent on me in a way, and in the same way, in whatever ways I become interdependent on you, how do you have full autonomy over yourself? If I'm responsible for you, how do you have full autonomy?
If you go on 50-50, you are taking care of yourself, both of you.
If you don't 100%, so then that means you need to get your own place. You need to depend on yourself and stop asking me for money. Don't ask me to help you pay a bill. Don't fucking call me when your tire get flat. Then that means that if you are full autonomy over yourself, then that means that you shouldn't ask me for anything. And the only thing that you should do is enjoy me when you're with me.
I mean, those women who are going 50-50 and the men say they're not changing tires and doing all of that, is that not where they are anyway?
And what marriage do you know people are going 50-50? Because everybody is interdependent on each other in a marriage, especially if they live together.
Well, this is what I know from the comments that come up in the chat, the comments that come up after the chat. Everybody says women have to work. Women are not sitting at home like they used to be doing. There's no way that we can make it on one salary, so on and so forth. Women need to go 50-50. Is that not a thing? Am I making that up?
But even in that instance, we're still depending on each other in order to grow, survive, build whatever it is that we're doing. Even if you're working, just because you're not 100% dependent on my salary, don't mean that you don't depend on me. I even just said it with regard to men. I said, even if I'm paying 100% of the bills, it doesn't mean that I'm not dependent on you for certain things for us to be successful in this relationship, in raising kids, right? In nurturing, and a lot of the different things that we do. So I'm still yours and you're still mine, which means that we don't have autonomy to just say, oh no, it's my body, my choice, because you're not single. You're not single. You're mine. I'm responsible for you. If anything ever happens to you when you go into the hospital, I'm the person to determine whether or not you go A or you go B. By default, if anything ever happens to me, you get control over the Social Security, the pension, and you get that life insurance. You're not your own person when you marry. So how do you have full autonomy over yourself?
So
and that don't have to be a spiritual. That don't even have to do nothing with spirituality. That's just standard.
I don't know about that. I just feel like there are a lot of people who, and we say it all the time, marriage is a business decision, right? So in that regard,
also it's a business decision.
We have a lot of people that are entering marriage for business decisions outside of anything spiritual or religious. And again, I think that if you are basing your marriage on a spiritual or religious aspect, then you go by the book, literally by the book. If you are not, then you go by whatever rules y'all came up with.
Well, in that case, then that means that y'all not actually dependent on each other for anything except for the benefits that come along with marriage, the actual benefits, healthcare coverage, stuff like. Because even if you own my healthcare coverage, that means you're still dependent on me. Even if you look at it from a business perspective, you still are depending on me.
There are men on their wives' health insurance as well, though.
True. And that means that he's dependent on her too. I'm not removing the guy from this, but the guy is not the one that says that I need autonomy over my body. We don't say that. We say, hey, listen, whatever you need, let me know.
You say so.
I'm with Kimberly.
Why?
I just think if somebody says they are not into it, they don't want to do it, then y'all should just stop. What's so hard about that? Like to be, if she's with a man who's offended by that, I think it's childish. I think she's childish, to be honest. But I know that men look for childishness in women, so I can't hold that against her. But I think she's childish, and if you're gonna be with somebody who she seems off a little bit, and if you're gonna be with somebody like that, don't complain because you can tell she's a little weird. Like, I don't know. These men be knowing who they're pursuing. So I don't, it's very hard for me to pity men when they have proclaimed themselves to be the leaders.
If she says she doesn't want to, if she regularly tells him to stop during sex because she has the ability, because it would be different if there was no state involved, there was no police involved, that she can't put him in jail, right? Because if we want to use the leadership argument, it only goes as far as your submission, right? If you fully give yourself over to me and you fully submit, then we can lead into that leadership conversation. But if you can call the police on me and I don't have the ability to be able to do whatever it is that I want in this relationship, good or bad, then I think that kind of goes out the window because you got a trump card. And so you can use that, but it doesn't make sense in these situations because you still can call the police and put me in jail. If you decide, if you decide that it's rape, it don't even have to be true. It don't have to be true.
I think in that situation, if she goes before a judge and she says this is what happens, they're probably going to side with her. And as a man, you know that. So if you get into a situation like that, get out of it and stay out of it. That's all I'm saying about the whole thing.
The argument that y'all making right now basically is an argument against getting into a long-term relationship or in a marriage with a woman in the first place.
With
Because
somebody who does that to
She's
you.
like that.
because you're completely removing any accountability whatsoever.
Again,
Y'all heard what she said.
Saying,
y'all heard what she
we
said.
don't know
and
why
y'all
she's
still
saying
like,
to stop. And I'm saying she has the authority and the ability to say stop. And if that doesn't work for you, you need to move around.
and if you have that authority, then that means that men are not truly the leader if you have any authority whatsoever. It
First of
goes
all, I don't
against
think
what
she's
Molly,
married.
literally what Molly just said.
Men aren't leading like that because these women, men aren't leading like that. They just, the reflection of reality is that they're not. A lot of these men need, they have to depend on their survival. For women going half, they can't do it. Some of them can't do it without a woman. Like these men are not, I don't think they have the leverage that they had in yesteryear. I just don't. These men aren't, there are too many average men out here, too many average men with average salaries. They don't have it like that. So if a woman tells them to stop, I don't think they have it to where they can say, well, you're mine, I'm just gonna keep going. I mean, and spousal rapes happen all the time. And I think when situations like that happen, it will cause a divorce. And then these are those situations where men say, I didn't see it coming. But it's like these men know who they're getting involved with. That's why I cannot ever see how a man could ever be a victim in certain situations.
So even if they know who they're getting involved with,
If men
does that remove your responsibility as a human being to be a good person or to be a decent person to me? If I know that you're a piece of shit, not you, but in general, if I know that you're a piece of shit and I fuck with you, and you still a piece of shit, now I have to be accountable for the fact that I'm still dealing with a piece of shit, right? However, does that remove your accountability from being a piece of shit, or does it only go one way?
men are choosing, if men are the choosers, it's on him.
Okay.
The warning signs are there.
So there's no responsibility to be a good person as long as you're the person that's getting chosen. If
Why
I
are you with
choose you to be
somebody
my,
who might accuse you of rape? I can't
I don't think that any
process
guy,
that.
I don't think that any guy thinks that he's going to get accused of rape, though, especially if he's in a marriage. No person does that.
That sounds crazy.
I don't know.
So
No
you
person
think
gets
that
with a
if
woman
she's
that they think
saying
is gonna
stop
accuse him
and
of
he
rape.
keeps going, he doesn't have an inkling that this might not go well for him?
No. She's doing this with y'all are completely ignoring one part of this story. She's doing it with multiple people.
I'm not
And
ignoring
she's
it. I
eating
said that from the
popcorn
beginning.
afterwards. She's eating
That
popcorn.
was suggested by the man. Again, if that doesn't work for him, he needs to leave. However, it didn't work for the first one. However, they ended up not together. That's how she needs to end up not together.
I'm noticing
with
a
the
pattern
second
with
guy.
you, Gemini, the Gemini.
What's that? Do what works for you?
Kimberly, you never. Molly get a lot of smoke, but Kimberly never gives accountability to women.
Yeah, I do.
No way.
Think about that situation with AB, I think, and whatever that girl's name was. What did I say? That's on her because she knew how he was and she put herself in that situation. That's one situation off the top of my head. I can tell you that I gave accountability to the woman. I've taken accountability myself for different things that have happened here. So I'm not really sure what you're talking about.
No. We're not including you in the conversation because you're being disingenuous now a little bit. We're talking about the scenarios that we talk about with regard to women.
I just gave you one
doing
where
the things that they're supposed to do.
Accountable.
So this, at what point should this woman be accountable?
What does accountability look like? Again, if this doesn't work for that man, he needs to leave. It looks like
no. Where does accountability lie?
I said was,
is there any accountability that lies with her?
No, because these men is willing to stick it in her, knowing she's a
No.
Looney Tune. You willing to stick it in a demon, you gotta get what you get. You get accused of something you may not have done. You should have seen the writing on the wall. Men gotta use discernment the way they want women to.
Notice how Kimmy got quiet, y'all.
I was letting Molly finish her thoughts. Should I be talking at the same time she is?
You can say whatever you want to say.
I'm letting her finish her thoughts. But again, one of the first things I said was it was weird that she did this. I also said that she was being rewarded for her bad behavior. And if this does not work for you, to leave. What else do you want me to say? Just keep going?
It ain't no accountability in none of that answer. That ain't got nothing to do with accountability.
And so I'm asking you, what does accountability look like? I said leave her. Does that not hold her accountable? What you want me to say? Punch her in the face and keep going?
Is she wrong?
Why shouldn't she do better? Is she wrong about anything that she's doing, or is it all the accountability goes towards the person that has to stop?
She
In
might be a
this
libtard,
situation,
Anton.
you said she might be a what?
She might be a libtard. You can't reason or
But yeah, that part is
mind and
clear.
understand them.
I agree with that.
In this
Women need
situation,
attention. Maybe that's her way of getting attention. I don't know. Some women are weird, but if men gonna sleep with, I'm not holding women accountable because these men are gonna sleep with the same women they complain about. So that's men's job to hold them accountable by withholding the D. But men are so easy and need so much validation. They would rather take a rape
Is
charge.
it a reward? Is that a reward though?
Is what a reward.
If
No
that's
man
what she wants,
is
and it
not
must be what she
sleeping
wanted
with
if she
her.
started doing it.
They letting her do it multiple times. So as a woman, what am I supposed to do? If men willing to sleep with that, then that's men, y'all need to put your capes on for each other. I don't know. How do men hold each other accountable for dealing with women like that?
I'm not holding men accountable no more. I'm gonna take the same position.
I can't hold women accountable because these women can go ahead and wear themselves out on behalf of men. That's not my job. These men got to save themselves because they keep sleeping with the same women they complain about.
And I think that
until
women have
that
to save,
stops,
I think women have to save themselves. I think that women have to save themselves going forward. I think you got to let them drown.
I think in a situation like this, it's best for the man to save himself and stay out of jail.
I think you got to let them drown, and I think you just got to let it be what it be.
They got to convince her that she still wants it, Kimberly.
This is why guys is out here doing the stuff that they doing as far as like not fucking with these chicks no more, man. They off it. They off it. And I don't blame them. I haven't told a guy that it's necessary for him to get married or lock himself down with a chick in a long time, because I haven't seen any reason to do so. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I think these niggas should be out here fucking and doing what they got to do.
I think they should.
Because it's hard. Because it's hard.
Don't cry about child support.
It's hard. It's hard to No, I mean, I don't think they got to get them pregnant. I ain't advocating for niggas to get pregnant.
They do though.
I just think niggas should be fucking and leaving, 100%. Like, make them what you need them to be for that moment and keep it moving, bro. Honestly, because it's hard. It's hard to interact with people that don't want to play ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even want to meet me down the court. You don't want to meet me halfway. I can't kick it with you. I can't have a reasonable, you know what I'm saying, amicable situation with you. And you a whole grown adult and there's no responsibility at all to do what you're supposed to do. Yeah, fuck that shit. Skip it. Because they gonna love you more if you just you diss them anyway. The more that you don't give a fuck about them, the more they're gonna love you anyway. So just keep it moving. It's hard for me to tell you to do the right thing for them, and they don't even want to participate in doing the right thing for themselves. I can't in good conscience tell a nigga to lay down on the spikes for a chick that's gonna stomp on him. So it's hard. It's very, very hard. And I would like it. Honestly, I'm an advocate for marriage. I'm an advocate for, rocking out with people and doing great things. But damn, if you can't even meet me halfway and say, all right, I fuck with you, let's get to it. I can't in good conscience tell this nigga to go and throw himself under the bus.
So you're an advocate for marriage, but you don't advocate for it?
Not under these circumstances, no. I'm not gonna tell a nigga to go and kill it, get himself killed. Why would I do that? I'm not gonna tell this nigga to go and get involved with a chick that won't meet him halfway. Hell no. Why would I do that?
Big girl that we reviewed yesterday gonna meet them halfway. They don't want the right ones. They want the ones that's gonna tell them to stop me away. Big girl ain't gonna have no boundaries.
I'm gonna show y'all how to do the game. I'm gonna show y'all how to deal with these chicks effectively. I'm gonna show y'all every single aspect of how to really, really do it. I'm gonna give you the blueprint of what it looks like to really wrangle the game in and do what we got to do. I'm gonna give y'all every single tip that y'all need to get it, the paperwork, to avoid any kind of accusations, the consent agreements. I'm gonna show you why they love niggas that don't give a fuck about them more than dudes that do. I'm gonna show you every single aspect of how it works. And they're gonna love you for it. They're gonna love you. They're gonna adore you for all of the shit that you do to them. The more toxic you are, the more beautiful the situation is gonna be. I promise you, bro. I'm gonna
Get your
empower
money
you.
up first.
Nope, you don't need no
Can't
money
be
either.
crusty dusty
You don't need no money.
going 50-50. Them ain't gonna he ain't talking to y'all.
Even if you got money, I'm gonna show you how to dangle it, but not to actually, it's like a fishing rod. And then you get it back in, and you can use the same bait and tackle over and over again.
It just seems like the bar is in hell for women. I'm not gonna lie. The bar is in hell. Like, we're not even willing to hold each other accountable. Like,
That's not my job. Y'all can feel free. These men be
the bar
meeting
is
these
in
women on
hell.
dating apps and social media, and they be wanting what they be getting.
We gotta
They are the
hack
smarter, more
how we
logical
act
being,
for
but they're getting
men
finessed by the
based
lesser,
on what a
weaker
man
This
is
is
beings.
why
doing.
It don't make
Our
sense.
character and our actions are based off how men move in the world. The bar is in hell. This is hell. Like, this is literal hell.
This is why I keep trying to
Not for
convince my
me.
dog Q Diddy. Don't do it. Reconsider. I'm telling you, I'm a be on Q's head all the time, and I'm gonna just always keep telling this nigga, hey man, don't do it, bro. Don't move in with him. Don't interact with him. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing that's gonna put yourself at a disadvantage. Even if you think it's doing the right thing, do the wrong thing, nigga. Do the opposite before you ever put yourself in that type of situation. Don't do it, my nigga.
I think it's contingent on who the girl is to me. If I'm gonna keep going. If it's like my chick, then I'm gonna let it rock like once. You get to do it properly one time. But if I'm just like fucking you and you just try to stop and on my bank account is all right, I'm gonna keep going. Because
don't even do it.
Nope. If you got some allegations, I think I can beat the allegations in court.
See what I'm saying? This nigga trying to put himself at a disadvantage.
I'm just saying, like
already.
I watch a lot of court stuff, and when this come up and they discredit the woman, they make it seem like a whore. And if you shit, I think I'll take my chance at a probable cause hearing, and I'll be like,
wow, can't save my niggas. It's no winning.
I think I'll be all
right. We can go to the next subject.
Well, we have a few super chats to read first, right? I think. Yeah. Hold on. Or did you want to go into the next subject?
No, you go to read super chats.
Okay. All righty, y'all. Jay Dreamer says, good night, Room 9. As a special request as part of the show, can y'all play M. Bison video mixed with a little Mondummy Conda? LOL. Sidebar. Where Lex at? MIA? Real OG 95 says last minute trade update. Mimi was acquired via sign and trade for Lex and first round pick. Also, Slimmy is unhappy with his his minutes to talk without interruption. Y'all funny in the chat for real. Thank you for the super chat. Will Collins Dubs says what's good, y'all? Last night was wild. Great topics and perspectives. I'm gonna see y'all next week in my city. Shout out to the bag chasers.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's coming to DC on the 25th. Yes. Gird up.
Can't wait to see y'all. Will Collins says, Brittany give the most objective opinions.
I told you she changed.
We love Brittany.
You want me to be on 10 or something?
I ain't say you had to be nothing. I just said you changed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She knows. She's smart.
I don't. I really don't. But
you don't know nothing about what I'm talking about.
I promise you, I wish you would expound so I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Maybe I'm tripping.
No expoundation. I don't know.
I'm just talking. Yeah.
Okay.
No, this last conversation has led me to say guys should explain less. So I'm already putting it into practice.
Oh goodness.
Toxic Ton has entered the chat. Eric Harris says, I like Molly. She's crazy. Tell Lex I really miss her a lot. Kais MD sent 100 ball. Thank you so much.
He said
304s and vices. Funny how they arrive dressed like blessings. One steals your nights, the other steals your mornings. They laugh with you and swear one more time won't change a lifetime. We're all addicted to something. 304s and vices. They promise you everything. Okay. Will Collins says, I'm sorry if I'm 3 pumps away. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, well.
Don't do it, my nigga.
He said he'll take that charge. Daddy and the Caddy said, natural Kim is the most gorgeous Kim.
Thank you.
Kais MD says, does I can't take it anymore or it's too much the same as I want to stop?
That's a good question.
Depends. Her hands pulling you forward or they pushing you back?
Right.
That's a great question, big dog. I don't think they can answer that one.
Thin line right there. Very thin line. Will Collins says, Dub C says, she continues to do it is the key. She continued to do it is the key. Yeah, okay. AD is right. She is 100% trying to display a level of control. These the opinions people afraid to speak of. AD Cook. Godsend says she didn't randomly stop. I think she said she's done. So she's done, and anything after she's done is great. That's what she said. Protein Savage X says, Molly, keep it positive P tonight. MGN 1985 said, what up? I caught last night's show today, and God, Mimi is slightly unbearable as a host. She made everything about her and had her own therapy session. Well, you never know when you're going to need it. Ramsey said, Mimi, don't get in your emotions tonight. Be stoic. Try my best. Roscoe sent $2. Thank you so much. Talks of 2K Live sent $4.99. He said, if you revoke my consent, I want a full refund. Hey, 2K. Protein Savage X said, great job, Mimi. Don't compare yourself to Carrie, last host. I could never. Carrie is unreplaceable. Let's see. Alex DeLeon says, avoiding war and dying by bison was hilarious, AD. What is he talking about? What is the
Millionaire Morning Show?
Oh, we did talk about. I slept through part of that this morning. We were up late. TS Car Wash Detail Service says, AD, thoughts on the 38 Special Jada situation?
38 Special's cooking. And niggas is biased with Jada because Jada is Jada. But niggas don't really want. Let me tell you something. Y'all really don't want 38 special. It could get bad. And so, I think they need to walk away amicably and just keep it moving and try not to respond to him because 38 specials, that nigga got heat. That nigga can spit. And he been dropping some real shit lately.
There you go. There's your answer. Elijah Thomas says, "Hey panel, love this show. Watch every day." Thank you so much. Cristobal says, BP888, I had the same question. Where is Slimmy to ask the tough questions? TS Car Wash Detail Service says, AD, you see AB getting back in shape for a fight? No one mad. No, you mad at me. Okay. No, you mad. Now you mad at me. Sorry, y'all. The guy, I had to sound that out. Y'all, sorry. The guy should go take her shopping, and right when he's about to slide his card and pay, just stop and say, "I'm sorry. I think I'm done. Actually, I don't really want to keep going," and walk the F off.
And then what happens when she pays?
That was funny, though. That actually was funny. Walk away mid-pay. Wendell Kilgore says, she can't claim grape if my DNA ain't there. Good luck with that. Elijah Thomas 15 said, AD, email me back, please. Important. Modern Talk 25 says, the women on this panel are a liability, and I only care about women. Gentlemen on the panel, watch out. Okay. And then Modern Talk also said, Molly, how would I sound if I say I'm not holding thugs, scammers, or jailbirds accountable because y'all are going to keep sleeping with them anyway?
Like a black man.
Oh. And with that, we are done with the super chats. AD, you said you wanted to pull up something else. So I'm letting you run this one, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna dig into Devin Haney. All right. So Devin Haney is, for those of y'all that may not know who he is, he's a boxer, right? Undefeated boxer specifically. I think he get a lot of flack, but that's a whole nother conversation. But Devin Haney has recently been revealed in his latest custody battle. He got a baby with this woman, Lena. Lena is also a chick, I think somebody told me that she's a chick that Young Thug was talking on the phone to when he was locked up. But they recently got a custody agreement and they hammered it out. And in the process, the boxer revealed his massive monthly income. And according to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Devin agreed to pay Lena $20,000 a month in child support, a figure based on his monthly earnings of $435,000 a month. Now, let me add a little bit of context to that. Boxers get paid based off of their payday, right? So I believe that the court divided it up based off of what it is that he make, in the payday, and then they divide it up by 12 months, and they say, well, this is how much you make per month. But anyways, he agreed to pay her $20,000 a month. This is who she is right here. This is what she looks like. And they agreed, the daughter is 1. X has also agreed to joint physical custody of their 1-year-old daughter named Chrome. Devin must have a professional nanny or his mother around when he's watching the kid, at least until she's 3. And he agreed to withdraw the lawsuits against her with prejudice, including his pending extortion claim, while she will do the same with her pending request for a domestic violence restraining order. So, Devin Haney has to pay $20,000 a month, or he agreed to pay $20,000 a month. What are y'all thoughts on that?
I'm gonna be honest. In this situation, even back when he was dating her after the whole Young Thug thing, that girl I don't know if you guys heard of Taz's Angels. They were like a little girl clique from Miami that used to sleep with men for money. She was one of the girls in that little group.
Really?
Yes. Her and her sister, actually. So when I found out that he was even dating her, I was like, why? You're young. You know what I'm saying? You're successful. Why? And then come to find out she was messing with Young Thug. That whole situation happened. So I was like, oh, okay. So maybe he'll stop dealing with her because now the world knows that she, you know what I'm saying? She has a little past. Then you get her pregnant and then you get engaged to her. So I'm kind of with Molly on a situation like that. I don't feel bad for him, to be honest. Like,
Come
you,
on,
sometimes, men
Britt.
know the type of sometimes men do know certain women that they get with and they have a track record and they still go. So when it's a situation like this, I can't feel bad for you because you knew that. You knew that. Like, is it fair? Probably. I mean, evidently somebody thinks it is. Somebody thinks it's fair. Somebody thinks it's fair. Like, I just don't understand why dudes put themselves in
Molly,
harm's
have you been having a group chat with the ladies or something, and y'all all on the
Tell me
same
that's
page
not
or
true.
something? What's
Tell me
going
that's
on?
not
No,
So you
oddly
don't
enough, I'm not on
No.
the same page as Brittany with this one.
that doesn't make any sense for a guy to know about the type of woman that he's dealing with and still go. If that was the other way around, y'all would say, well, if you knew the type of dude you were dealing with, why'd you go for him? I have to be fair. I'm a fair person. I don't think that he should have been dating her in the first place because he knew her past. You knew the type of woman you were dealing with. It wasn't like she was just some innocent bystander. You knew the type of chick you got with. If this was a different girl, I would probably say, okay, that's kind of messed up. You knew the type of girl. She's always been in it for the money. So how can I
Do
feel
I
bad?
laugh?
She was a Taz's angel. Hello, they slept with men for money. Like,
They
she got
like
you got God.
prostitutes and
Yeah, you got
hoes.
God.
Women
So
who have morals will never understand. They'll just always be bitter towards the women who are getting the bag.
I
So, Britt,
These
hold on.
men
Go ahead. I'm
like
sorry.
these women. They like them.
a lot of them do, and it's like I would want to feel bad because it's like, dang, like I feel bad in the sense where it's like, how are you not smart enough to realize that you can get God? You're young, you're successful. He's a cute little dude. Like, get with somebody who's not just gonna do that to you. But I can't save you. You're a guy. I can't save you. Your bros need to save you. Evidently, you didn't want to be saved. You got with a girl who you knew had a past of dealing with men with money, and you gave her a child. It's one thing to date them, but you gave her a child. I can't feel bad for you. I'm sorry. I can't. So sucks. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But I guess you were in love with her because you thought she was in love with you. You thought she was in it for love. Like, come on now. I'm sorry. I don't feel bad. Next. I just don't.
I think $20,000 is an egregious amount of money to give somebody for a kid each month.
It's his kid, a kid, his child. He need to give that child everything. What?
So I still think that
Twenty
that's
k a
quite a
20K a
bit, though.
month.
His child, yeah. He probably
So
cheaper than if he would have married her.
I don't know. So what I think is
Listen,
if it's over a certain
private school
amount and
costs
whatever that
money.
amount, and that's what I was gonna say, whatever that
Nannies cost
amount is,
money.
there needs to be a deep dive into the finances. Okay, if you need a nanny, let's talk about how much that costs. If you need private school, let's talk about how much that costs. In any reasonable amount of money that's going into taking care of the child, okay, cool. But the rest of that, if he is paying 20,000, needs to go into an account strictly for that child, not to be touched by anybody but that child. I understand that money is to give the child the lifestyle that they would have had they been together. But I mean, seriously, 20,000 a month is not going to be spent on that child. It's just not even reasonable to think that that's going to happen. And then when the child turns 18, they're going to be running around with nothing. And that's just not fair to the kid.
Somebody got something playing in the background.
It was cute. I muted him.
I agree, Kimberly.
So how? Okay, go ahead. I want to hear everybody else's thoughts first before I even say anything.
These men want to transfer their wealth over to hoes and prostitutes. Who gonna stop them?
Where her bag
Men
at?
have been talking about this for too long on the internet.
Exactly.
And they're still having these conversations because
That's
they
why I
don't want
don't feel bad.
solutions. They just want to blame women and they want women to put their cape on for them and go against other women, which they'll find them. I'm not doing it because 6 more years, they're still going to be having these conversations and men going to still be transferring over their wealth to an OF girl.
I used to feel bad. I used to be
Enraged
like,
about it,
dang.
saying, women, why don't you hold each other accountable? Because you're going to sleep with it. That's why.
I used to really feel bad
The
for dudes.
bar
I'm
is
like,
in hell.
these women are
The
getting
bar is in
over on
hell.
these dudes. They're getting a lot of money for these kids. It doesn't take this much. I used to say the exact same thing. But because it's been happening too often to where we're seeing it way too much, it's like dudes ain't learning from the last dude or the last. It's like, if men are going to keep doing this, how can I feel bad for you? It's almost like you're intentionally signing up for it at this point. And I would say the exact same thing if it was flipped and it was a woman. I hold everybody accountable. So to me, I'm like, okay, why can't I just say that the dude is dumb in this situation? You're stupid. You're dumb. Like, you should have known better. And
He
before
might be
athlete.
stupid, but it's not just on him to not be having children out here. You need to think about the child and the life that they're going to have with you being a single mom or trying to find some other dude randomly with the same amount of money because now you've got this lifestyle you want to maintain. And it's not fair to the kid. Like, step back from the situation, both of you. If he doesn't, she should. Something needs to happen where everybody's accountable for this.
But Kim, the women
You got a
don't care
prostitute
because,
pregnant.
Kim, the women are low-key prostitutes. Like, I agree with
High
what you're
key.
saying, but there are some women who intentionally are only dealing with the man because of the money. They don't care about the kid. They don't care about these kids. They care about the money that the kids can that the kids come with, and hence why she's getting $20,000. She probably
It's a
fought
check.
because it's a check. These kids get pregnant intentionally by these celebrities for a check. Like, literally. It should be about the kid. Unfortunately, a lot of women don't care about that. They want to be taken care of through their child. And it's insane that the men don't see that and they keep giving them children. Stop giving these women kids. Sleep with them.
Okay,
Sleep
but
with
if the
all
money,
Stop
if
giving
there
them.
was a deep dive into their finances and it went, like I said, okay, we pay child support, we pay the nanny, the child has a decent life, but the rest of the money has to go to the kid, that'll put accountability on everybody.
Yeah, but who's going to fight for that, Kimberly? Black women. Black men ain't going to do it. They just going to keep getting on the internet to cry about it and try to rally women against other women while
And
they
it
cry
says
about it.
he agrees to pay for it. So did they was it like
They came up
something?
with an agreement. Yeah.
Was it like he just said, "Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with this"? Did he fight? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or did they present that to him and he was just like, "Okay, cool. I'll just pay the 20." Like, did he care? Because we might be sitting there arguing for him and he might not care that he's paying $20,000 a month to child support. He's cool with it. So,
He's not. He had a lawsuit against her for extortion.
oh, see, I didn't know.
But
I
he
didn't know.
dropped it,
That's why I
though.
said, did he care? Like,
Because she would drop her
Anton,
domestic
you have a
violence or
lawsuit
whatever thing. That wasn't because she didn't extort him.
And she probably had proof that it wasn't extortion.
I'm willing to
If
bet
they
that
had
it
an
probably
intimate
was.
relationship, she's not extorting him.
The problem with the conversation is the last conversation where it was a consensual situation and a woman said stop and was just like, yo, I don't want to do this anymore. I heard predatory, like it was seeming like predatory if in that situation, but this is more predatory than that because that was actual consensual. You're saying that women, you're okay with women being predatory. That's basically what you're saying. You're okay with that, and that's not okay. It doesn't matter what you think of that woman. She's still being predatory because she's only after the man for the money. Now, if he has a case of extortion, this goes into a whole deeper realm of some fucked up shit. Whereas he found something out where it's pretty much like she's just trying to get him for money. And only reason he dropped it was because she basically claimed that he had domestic violence, even though we don't even know if that's true. Just like we don't know if the extortion is true. But what we can conclude is 20,000, that's probably too much. That's probably too much, way too much. And what's to say that she's even worth that and that the kid is even worth that? Like, the kid can have a normal lifestyle. What kid needs $20,000 a month? What kid needs $20,000 a month? Because now it sounds more like you're paying for her lifestyle and what she wants rather than the actual child. So that's problematic. That's the problem. Like, I don't think it has nothing to do. Yeah, he's dumb for fucking with this ants in the pants type chick. She looked terrible. Body all made up. Good grief. They don't get tired of them types. They don't get tired of them types. But the thing is, though, like, it doesn't seem fair. It never does. Anytime this shit go to court, it's never fair. And it's never based on the best interest of the child. It's always this outlandish number that seems like it's supporting someone else's lifestyle.
Because it is, because that's what these women are going for. Hence why I said it's not that we agree with extortion. I didn't say I agreed with it. What I'm saying is you knew the type of woman she was before you gave her a child. She was a whole prostitute. That was not a secret. He knew that. You also knew that a video came out of her expressing her love for Young Thug over a jail prison house phone call. So he knew these things before he got with her. If I know that you know something prior to doing something, why would I feel bad for you when something happens to you? I just can't do that. It's not that I have to agree with it. It's just that I see it for what it is. You knew her lifestyle. You knew what she was. Don't prostitutes usually try to get money out of a man? Like, ain't that the exchange? He was paying for her lifestyle before she got pregnant. He was dating her. I remember vividly seeing pictures of him having on private jets, buying her bags, doing all the things for her, and he still gave her a baby.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Courts think it matters.
Just because I know, just because $20,000 a month under no circumstances is justifiable, in my opinion. Under no circumstance. I don't know. I don't know where we're getting this from. I don't even like Devin Haney as a person. I don't. And I think that dudes a lot of times do be knowing the type of chicks that they get involved with. Doesn't make it right from a legal perspective. And I think that we have to learn how to separate legality from personal decision, right? In every other situation, there's two different ways in which you're supposed to look at it, right? Did a person do something that they wasn't supposed to do, and should they be held accountable for it? 100%. But what should the sentence be as a result of it? And criminal complaints, that's a part of the conversation. When we talk about relationships, for some reason, we let our bias impact what's logical. And in these situations, they don't evaluate if a person knew what they was doing or the circumstance or if he's famous or any of that type of stuff. This is across the board. So this could be applicable to anybody. Anybody that is famous, that truly love. Let's say, okay, let's remove Devin Haney out of the conversation. And let's say, because we're making it personal to them, but in reality, let's say, for example, it's a person that get into a relationship with a woman and he truly loves her, right? And he has a baby with her, and she not for the industry. She wasn't for the street. She only had 200 followers, right, on Instagram. Should she get $20,000 a month based off of a person's income? Or should she get an amount that's reasonable to raise the child effectively?
I would usually say no.
But why do we separate it based off of whether or not a person's circumstances, instead of just having it across the board? Because I think that that's the problem with family court law.
But this has been going on for so long. I guess my question, well, let me answer your question first. I think that across the board, there should be, because again, I don't think that it's always them basing it off of just a child. Does it take $20,000 to raise anybody? No, that's kind of common sense. But the problem with it is, for me, is I do think that it's not about the child. I think these women are going and fighting for, and was this in California? Do you know? Because I feel like they were living in California.
If you know that it's not about the child, then how can you have the opinion that it's okay just because he knew what he was getting himself into? It doesn't make the legality. If we're supposed to be focused,
I'm not talking about, when I made my statement, I was simply talking about these are things that could happen when you choose a certain type of woman.
We know that though. But forget that part of the conversation now. But that's standard. But $20,000 a month, $20,000 a month, regardless, it's unreal.
But Anton, to be fair,
family court law is supposed to be set up based off of what's best for the child.
I
then
never
why
mentioned
are we
the amount.
awarding $20,000 a month?
I never mentioned the amount because I know people who have gotten more and I know people who have gotten less. I was simply speaking on the fact that these are unfortunate things. These are things that can happen when you choose a certain type of woman. They're going to probably go and pat your pockets. That's what I was speaking to.
You don't have to mention the amount because it's listed at the bottom of the screen that he got to pay $20,000 a month. That's a part of the subject.
What I'm saying is my whole point was bringing up the type of woman that he got with. Y'all are talking about them, and I get it, but I'm saying my point, I never mentioned the amount. I'm not saying whether it's a good amount or a bad amount. It's what they granted her.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Is it a good amount? The question is that a reasonable amount or no?
No.
Wait, Brittany ain't even. Brittany refuses to take a position.
No, I didn't know you were talking to me. No, I didn't know you were talking to me. Again, to be fair, my statement was never based on the amount. It was based on the woman.
You ain't answering the question.
But I kind of did answer it because I said $20,000 a month is not enough. Is too much to raise anybody. I did answer that question already. I literally said that.
So your answer, just for me, because I'm slow.
Is $20,000 too much for one child? Absolutely. But again, it's not just based
on.
Why is
there a but?
They're not going after the money for the child. They're going after it for their lifestyle.
They're doing it again.
Why is there a but? Is what I'm asking.
If you will let me finish, I was getting to that. I'm saying the women that you're choosing are not going for the money for just the child. They're going for it for their own lifestyle. Hence why I said it does matter.
I need Advil. I'll be back.
I'm talking. Hence why it does matter the type of woman that you choose. That is the problem. That was my point. When you're picking these type of women who are going for you for your money, they're not going to try to get child support for just the child. They're trying to live a lifestyle. That was my point.
I understand that, but why is there a but in the answer for the $20,000 being too much?
Well, technically, there's not even a question at the. It just says he agrees to pay
$20,000. I asked the question personally.
I did. I answered your question. I said it's too much money for one child. I did say that. I said that twice.
So you think that it's wrong, basically?
The amount is a lot, yes. For the amount, yes. But I think he's stupid for putting himself in the situation. I don't.
I just don't be understanding why it's always a but.
Because Anton, at the end of the day, again, when you choose a certain type of woman, when you're choosing a certain type of woman, she's gonna pack your pockets. It's not about the kid. It's unfortunate. It should be, but it's not.
Here's the key, Brittany, and this is the reason why I'm saying this. I don't think it matters the type of woman that you choose. They all gonna try to pad their pockets. No. I don't believe that there are women that would not take it and say, you know what? I just want to just be a good person. I don't think it has nothing to do with her. I don't think it has anything to do with.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
I've seen women
yes, it does. Because I speak generally, but you can't. Like I'm hearing you saying it's 100%. Like I know a woman who could have ran a dude's pockets for 10 racks, and she said, "I don't need that much."
Yeah,
and she took lower.
I know a lot.
Let me qualify this. When we speak or when I speak on these situations, obviously there are anomalies. I'm speaking towards
you said every.
I'm speaking towards the general population.
Well, don't say women. All of every then.
No, you
the
can't
majority of women.
I can frame it however I want to frame it.
The majority either. Is there proof on that?
They don't know, girl.
The majority of women are gonna run it up.
They're gonna run it up.
We gotta be honest.
The majority of women ain't got no rich baby daddy. Like, let's be in reality.
Any woman? Because I don't agree with that.
I've seen women run
and
up.
And
you can't negotiate child support. I'm blocking this girl. Come back tomorrow.
That's common sense. So it to me matters.
Your thinking cap.
You absolutely can negotiate it.
The thing is though, like
you can.
I've seen you can, but I've seen regular dudes get ran up in.
Because I know dudes that have negotiated it. They got a major net worth.
They was doing well. They were doing well. They got hit up by child support, and then they started struggling. So it doesn't make any sense.
It's usually
Like,
The
calculated
article,
by the system.
fuck what we talking about.
You can negotiate with the woman.
My-
You can't negotiate with the court. They put your shit in
Then
the
that means that you can
calculator
They
negotiate.
calculate
and
it.
spit out a number,
And
nigga.
usually what the court will do, because this ain't regular people shit. This is high net worth people. Usually what happens is that the court actually says, hey, can y'all work this out amongst yourselves and come to an agreement before the court has to step in? That's usually what happens. And so you absolutely can negotiate it.
But I also
1,000%.
Parenting time. I
You're
don't know
negotiating
about.
with a
who
woman,
are
not with
granted-
child support.
I
Child
know
support
3
is
women right
legitimate.
now who were at
Yeah.
different times granted more money than they felt like they even needed. And they actually said, that's more than I want. They didn't even want the amount that they were granted. And I know them personally. So again, we can all say that we know people and that, I mean, yeah, that's cool.
Y'all
but at the
all
end of the
know a
day,
lot of
I still
people.
think that it matters. The
I
type
I
of
don't
support
believe
paying a
them.
ticket.
I'm gonna keep it
And the
100
lady
with
asked
you.
a
I don't
lover.
believe none of this shit. I don't believe any of these people that's up here sitting there, and they may be telling the
I
goddamn
know
truth.
3 right now.
They may be telling the truth 1,000 times out of 1,000. I don't believe these niggas putting up this anecdotal evidence talking about they know all of these people. They're saying, "Oh no, I don't want that amount. I only want a less. I only want a less amount because I genuinely care." Man, get the man.
I know them right now. That matter of fact, one in particular was granted just $10,000 for one kid, and she was like, "I don't need that much." She had them lower it to $2,500 a month. She was like, and let's be clear, he's doing way better than she is. But she was like, it's not about the money. If anything, I really want you to spend time with your kid. There's plenty of women who do that. You don't have
Yeah.
to believe
Get your
No,
kid.
hold on, wait. You telling me? Hold on. Let me just let's mind this out because I could be.
Why wouldn't she just take the money and put it to the side for the kid?
Wait.
Was-
I could be dead wrong. Are you telling me?
Ask the whys and the what. I just know that.
Are you telling me that the judge that she was set to get $10,000 a month, $120,000
$10,000 a month? They granted her.
Hold on. She was about to get $120,000 a year from this dude that's balling.
He's
if the nigga able to pay her $10,000 a month, the nigga balling. What do you mean? Who is her? Who woman?
Maybe I'll say was at the time. But anyways, continue.
Nigga was balling because if you in a position to be able to pay $120,000 a year in child support, you balling. I don't know what y'all talking about. So the nigga is in balling position, and she was set to get $10,000 a month, and she was like, "No, I only want 25. That's sufficient."
Yeah, she literally told the judge.
That shit.
She literally told the judge, "I don't need that much. I have one child with him. I'm telling you, I wish I was lying. I know this is a fact. You cannot believe me. That's cool.
When was this?
I literally know it to be a fact.
How long ago was this?
Not literally.
How long ago was this?
2017 or 16. One of the two. 2000, probably 17.
Mm-hmm. She probably don't want to change her tax bracket. So I can see a woman not wanting that child support to change her tax bracket. They don't want to have to pay more taxes.
I would never think that. I'm willing to pay the taxes.
Taxes on
that doesn't make any sense.
Child support.
It's income. It's extra income. Why
You
wouldn't
don't
they?
have to
If
file
that's a lot
taxes
of
on
money.
child
If you
support.
don't need
Stop.
an extra, if that kid don't need an extra $120,000 a
She didn't
year,
care for the money.
I'm not finna add all that extra, make it look like I'm getting all this extra money if I don't need it. You know, more money.
If you are looking out for your kid, you could put it up if that's what you so choose to do. Why would you
y'all
not
sitting
do
here
that?
telling me y'all know women? Y'all know people in real life.
That shit is tax free, nigga.
Y'all, I honestly,
I don't know anybody about
him and her relationship is even better today because he thanked her for not basically padding his pockets. They actually have a really great co-parenting situation because the way their relationship ended, that's a whole nother story for another day.
You can frame it however you want to frame it. I don't believe it.
He was in the wrong.
I don't believe you. I don't believe Q. I don't believe neither one of you about this situation. Either
My
one.
name is Brooke. Shout out to Brooke.
I don't care what. Listen, y'all could keep on putting all of this.
I was just like, why would I randomly lie about that?
Her name is Brooke, and oh my God, they got a better situation.
They do.
I'm speaking for me. I'm not speaking for the panel. I'm not saying in general. I personally am not taking this into consideration in this conversation because I don't believe that either one of you are telling the truth about this part.
Why we just make it up?
That's crazy to lie.
Because y'all trying to support your argument. That's why you made.
I don't have an argument. I just know there's situations where they don't take the whole amount.
Is that the majority of the time, though?
No, it ain't nobody. Aaliyah, don't go for this shit.
Aaliyah,
don't believe this shit. Do not believe it even a little bit, bro. Don't believe it.
These men
because
are
the only people that I've ever heard of that ever do some shit like this is they may not want it on the books to where it's official, so they may be getting something on the back end, or he doing something else behind the scenes, or he making sure that he looking out on some other type of time, and so they make up for it in some way. But I don't know no woman, nobody, because listen, let me tell you why this sounds so crazy. First of all, women that's on that type of time don't even go through the court. They don't even be trying to take you to the court. They not even trying to make it this difficult. They just trying to figure out how to amicably work with you, and it don't even get that far. It don't even come that far. So if it's getting to the point to where it's going through the court, and they have to take you to court for child support, you telling me that they're turning down the amount that the court is awarding them? Yeah, and they like, hey, judge, hold on, judge. Judge, that's too much. Certain judge, that's too much. Me and my lawyers, me and my people, we went back and we said, you know what? We only need a quarter of that.
I'm not gonna say it never happens because I don't know people dealing with child support, but I feel like that's like going to a job and being like, please don't pay me that much. I mean, I was really only expecting a third of that, so that's what I want.
But that's not the case. Like, I didn't want to do this, but I'll do it. I did it to my baby mom, and she could have got over a G out of me a month. And I said, fuck it. If you're going to get a G, you can keep that damn kid. I'm not going to see the kid. So you want the money or you want me to spend time with the kid? And she went to a lower amount. It literally happened to me.
My nigga, respectfully. We talking about
G. She ain't just choose not to take it.
We're not talking about 10,000.
I said over a G. I said over a G. I'm just saying it happens. So everybody ain't taking full amount.
$1,200. Cool.
You gave her two.
We not talking about $20,000 a month, $120,000 a year, $10,000 a month. You said over a G, my nigga. And then you gave her. And then you gave her
the plight of women. All women aren't doing that. All women aren't there.
And then you gave her an ultimatum.
Situations, Brooke, that it didn't take 10 racks.
Then you gave her an ultimatum and said, I don't even want the fucking kid if I got to pay you over $1,000. So nigga, your whole scenario really supports my argument. Hey, I'm fucking
just telling you that
I got to pay $1,000.
You're making it seem like it's across the board. Like some women, they got a little something about them, and they may not want
$1,000. And that's what. And you said I don't want to fuck with the kid if I got to pay you $1,000 a month. First of all, the amounts is vastly different. Secondly, you fucking gave her an ultimatum. That don't even count.
Negotiate, nigga, shit.
That doesn't even make no sense. Nigga. I don't listen. In this scenario, I think that both Q and Brittany are being disingenuous. I'm not sure that I know a woman that will turn down an additional $7,500 a month.
Just because you don't know them don't mean it doesn't happen.
You don't know them either.
We all don't know everybody in the world.
You don't know him either.
Yeah.
You don't know him either.
She wanted him to be a part of his son's life. He wasn't doing that. So when the court granted her more than she even wanted, she said, that's not what I want. I would prefer him to be in the child's life. That's what ended up happening. Their relationship is great because of that. So you can't tell me I'm lying, but I literally know this to be a fact. It was it wasn't about them.
I didn't say you were lying. I said that I don't believe you. It's a difference.
Oh, well, and that's cool. And I'm not going to try to get nobody to believe me. Like, I'm just telling you what I know. So
it's a bad example.
I just want to share something.
It's a true example.
There is no national percentile or fixed statistic for downward deviations. Child support is handled by state courts. The percentage of cases receiving a downward deviation paying less than the standard formula varies. It is generally very, rare. Judges view the state standard calculation as the right amount. So what y'all speaking on is a very rare case, and it's an anomaly. So
we might as well just throw out this little whack anecdotal crap
You're
that
talking
they
about
lying
the
to
change
us
to
about.
amount, but were we talking about before with the whole Devin Haney situation is for them to be granted a higher amount? That was technically what we were talking about.
But y'all talking about a downward deviation, which y'all were speaking on, because you said
I know 3 people who that has happened to.
You know how many?
3 different situations. Well, no. Hold on. Let me rephrase because you take stuff and run with it. I'm saying in this situation, I know someone who, in particular, they live in Arizona. This literally happened to them where she decreased the amount. But I'm saying I know other women who don't go for this type of amount. I know 2 other women who would never go for high dollar amounts because they do make it about their kids. That's what I was speaking to. It's not the same situation. I'm not saying all of them decreased $10,000. I ain't saying that.
Super chats.
I know one person who has done that.
Super chats.
All right, y'all. Super chat.
No, I mean, if anybody else got anything else to add to this.
Then pick your women better. Stop giving every woman a baby. That
Brittany, you just told me
I'm
that
not saying
That's
y'all
too much
lying.
accountability.
You know
Brittany.
3 women. Oh man, Brittany.
That's like saying I know somebody who has
women
6
who
fingers, so
lower the
people
amount.
normally have 6 fingers. That's not a thing.
Huh?
It's like saying I know somebody with 6 fingers, so that's common. It's not, and we know
I didn't
that.
say that it was not. That wasn't the argument. What we were talking about before I even made that comment. Anton said that he don't think no woman ever. That was his word. That's what me and Quentin were saying. That it's not that no women will ever not just go for money for child support. That's what we were talking about. I said I know 3 women in particularly who didn't do that. But I know one in particular person who lowered the amount. They're 2 different arguments. So
from $10,000 to $2,500 a month.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know why that's so.
She probably wanted more parenting
The one thing that I did hear,
the one thing that I did
hear was anomaly.
Women just want that man to
The
have
one
the
thing
baby.
that I heard was anomaly. So we shouldn't base everything off an anomaly. And
But
that's
you said
exactly
you know
what it
people.
is.
So
We're basing this off of a $20,000 a month child support
I didn't
payment.
say-
The
what are
average
you
man ain't
talking
paying
about? I
that.
said
So
I knew
this
people.
is an anomaly.
I said I knew
is an
regular
anomaly.
people who
The
got
average
took
man
up
ain't
top by
paying
child support. What are you
20K.
talking
And I
about?
told you I know people who didn't at first. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm talking about is not an anomaly. That's the norm. Regular people get
$20,000 a
took
month
up
is not
top.
a
We're
norm.
talking about the system. Regular
Some people
get
gotta
took
pay
up
like
top.
maybe
You want to talk about
$500
regular
a month.
people? I think the average amount of child support is like $300 a month.
Yeah,
I'm talking
that's
about the
it.
amount.
These men ain't paying nothing. They ain't got the money.
Y'all are deviating away from
Not
the
every man is
subject.
paying this
The
type of money.
subject is y'all justified him having to pay $20,000 a month. Now y'all trying to switch it up and saying what the average man is paying. The fact of the matter is, what do you mean who said it? Molly said it. You said it. You said
I was
it.
speaking on anomalies.
You
This
said
is
it
an
because
anomaly.
you said that you understood it because he should have known.
I said that.
who
Are
he
you
was
sure I
dealing
said I
with.
understood it, or did I say
No. And then
no,
I had to,
don't
and then
change
I
my
had to
words, 'cause
question
I remember
you.
what I said.
No, I remember what you said too.
You asked me twice if I thought 20,000 was a good amount. What did I say? I didn't say that. I said I think it's a lot of
That was
money.
after you made your initial statements.
Yeah,
Later on,
my initial statement was
and then you
men
didn't
need
even want to answer that at first. You didn't even want to answer that at first.
What I said wasn't wrong. What I said was a fact. Men need to start stop dating women who you know are prostitutes who are in it for the money. What's wrong?
How about women stop being prostitutes?
I mean,
that's not gonna happen.
Supply and demand, Aaliyah. Girl,
Oh
you gotta
my
face
God.
reality.
Thank you,
They
Aaliyah.
looking for prostitutes. They
But
not
it
looking
They
for
always
the
go.
girl.
They always gonna justify
Like,
whore
Thank
behavior.
you, Aaliyah.
Always
Supply
Not
and
be
demand.
prostitutes. Just because
Probably
men
not.
want prostitutes,
Men will
you gotta
say
be
it's the
Stop being
oldest
prostitutes.
profession.
Stop being
But now women
prostitutes.
supposed to
The
stop
next
doing the
statement
oldest
is supply
profession.
and demand.
Yes.
You're going to always justify
Convince them to stop,
whoredom.
Aaliyah. That's your job,
You're
girl.
gonna
That ain't
justify
mine. Convince
whoredom
them
no
to
matter
stop.
what. That's bad.
You
You
can
to say
convince these
supply
women to
and
stop,
demand.
and you can convince
So
these men to stop chasing
basically,
prostitutes,
women
girl.
don't have to have
You're in
standards.
the way.
Okay.
I don't think women should
We
be
understand.
prostitutes. I don't think women should be whores. But
We understand.
they think that way since the beginning.
No.
We understand.
Aaliyah stands on this by herself. She is alone. She is the only person that said it.
But again, why can't men still, if you know a woman is intentionally a prostitute, why are you picking her? That
Look
was
at
my
that.
thing.
Why
These are
do
the
women have
logical
to
ones.
be the prostitute in the first
Because
place?
why are
Because
you
men
asking
say,
me?
here, I got
don't know.
$40 for
No,
you.
no,
Lay
no,
on
no,
your
no. Brittany
back.
almost.
Men
Brittany
What are you
almost.
So
talking
you can say
about?
no,
So I
thank
How they
don't
gonna
know.
be
you.
a prostitute if
You
they're
do
not getting
realize,
offered
hey,
money?
hey, hey, hey.
Y'all just said y'all
Molly,
three
Molly
friends.
just
You
saved
just said that her
Brittany.
3 friends don't
Molly
take you
just
on
What did I
saved
say? I
dives.
Brittany.
don't need no
So
saving. I
like,
said
what
what
we
I
Molly
talking
said.
just
about?
You
You
saved
know,
don't gotta
Brittany
be
I
a
don't, I don't
because
think
prostitute.
I'm needing
It's
saving.
alright. You can
Tell
Molly
them
leave the
just
that.
saved
$40.
Brittany
It's alright.
Aaliyah,
because
put your cape on,
You
hold on,
girl.
hold on, no, hold on, hold on, Leah.
you
I
can
got
leave
you. I'm
the
gonna let you rock.
$40. You can
I'm gonna
leave
let
it.
you rock, Aaliyah.
A cape for standards?
But she
Molly
also
just
said that
saved
she
She could
Brittany.
put
wants
her
to
cape
get
on for the
No, no, no. Hold on,
prostitutes.
hold
I
on, hold
can't do
on.
it.
One mic
confused.
go.
What she always been
Brittany was a Aaliyah. She said, "Why do women have to be prostitutes?" Brittany says, "Because." And Molly jumped in, and when she was
hold
about
on.
to
I was talking
justify the
about something before
prostitution,
that. I was talking about, see how you be flipping
no,
stuff.
no, 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 no,
I
no.
was talking when she said that. So you didn't hear what I said? I was
Why did
literally
you say
talking when she
because?
said
Why
that.
did you
How
say
you gonna try
because?
to flip what I said?
Why did you say because?
I was talking about men need to choose better, and I said because, and she was asking a question when I was still talking. You can't sit there and say I was talking to Aaliyah. She talked when I was still speaking.
So you were saying because in response to what?
I was saying men need to choose better women because this is what can happen. I was literally in the midst of saying that.
No.
This doesn't have to happen though. Like
Crazy.
that's just where I'm at with it. Like, it don't have to happen.
All you gotta do, listen, two things can be true. Niggas should not be Johns and women shouldn't be prostitutes. But we'll say niggas shouldn't have to be Johns, but then at the same time, it's hard to say that women shouldn't be prostitutes. Why is that so hard?
I don't sleep with prostitutes. I don't lose the bag over them, so I don't lose sleep over no prostitute.
I never even comment on women.
Ask Devin Haney why he's sleeping with prostitutes and Young Thug and them.
But why are you protecting prostitutes? Like that's just was like blowing me.
Why are you trying to convince these women to be something that they're not? They're prostitutes.
They don't have to be though.
You
like,
can save
what's that
them.
about? That might be a
You
deeper
can go
rooted
ahead
issue.
and save
what's
them.
that about? Like,
Drake has a baby
why
with
women
a
gotta be
prostitute, and you know what? A man married her. This is why I don't got my cape on.
Like just because
these men are still gonna go and be with prostitutes. They're gonna spend money on prostitutes. They're gonna spend money on sex workers. They just are. You want to fight against male nature, girl? That's on you. I can't do it.
Fuck a male's nature. What about a woman's nature? Fuck men. Like
they look at
what
all
about
of
a
us as
woman's
prostitutes.
nature?
What are you talking
They
about?
are,
What do you
though,
think?
for
So?
money.
What do you think men look as a woman? What do you think men look at women as? What do you in all reality?
Just because
No,
they
answer
look
the
at us
question.
like prostitutes don't mean
In
we have
all
to actually
reality,
be
how do you think
prostitutes. I
men
don't
look at
understand
women?
that
Like we're all
logic.
princesses? Like we're all
It
good girls?
doesn't matter. It literally does not matter.
It matters when these men are looking at women a certain way. Who am I to convince them?
To how you portray yourself in society.
Society like prostitutes.
You don't have
you don't see that?
You don't have to be a prostitute because society wants you to be a
I'm
prostitute.
not a prostitute, but you know what? Tell Devin Haney's baby mama that. It seemed like it's working for her. Fat girl over there crying about how she desiring a man to come and look at her. Meanwhile, the prostitute getting 20 bands. And they had to
This
do
is
nothing but
why I
open her
said the
legs.
bar is in hell, because it's just like,
well, tell the men that they don't want sleeping with them. I'm not sleeping with women.
The bar is
know.
in hell. The bar is in hell. Like we just we could just be prostitutes, just giving our pussy out for bread, like patting a man for his pockets, like taking a man up top.
Have to.
I just don't understand.
You don't have to.
I don't understand.
Don't pay attention to the women who do it though. You shouldn't even be on the same frequency. Why is it bothering you? If you're not a prostitute, what prostitutes do, it shouldn't bother you at all.
Standing too close. That's why it's a problem for me.
The men don't see no difference.
But I don't
you
care.
think you're different.
Like,
ain't no man gonna look at you like you're any different.
Care.
Like they're just not.
You shouldn't. How a man sees a woman shouldn't determine how she portrays herself in society. Like, regardless of what you're saying, like you don't.
Though, like what you gonna do? Some of them have pimps. Drake just slept with a pimp's prostitute, and that's his baby mama. This is why I ain't stopping these women, because they're getting the results. They're getting the results they're looking for. So, and they're getting the results from the men that they're looking for the results for. Meanwhile, Big Mama over there waiting on somebody to give her some attention because she can cook. Like, I don't know. I don't know. The average
I don't
man
know. I'd
is
rather be Big
average.
Mama if
The
anything.
average man probably can't afford no prostitute like this chick. So we gotta live in reality. But these men want prostitutes. The world is running off of human trafficking. Look at Diddy.
Y'all got
These
the
men like
average
prostitutes
woman
so
thinking
much
it's
that they
okay to be a
praised 50
prostitute just
Cent
to get
baby
some
mama.
results
They
in
praised 50 Cent
society.
baby
Like, it's
mama.
crazy.
Where's the
It's
smoke?
crazy.
They said that they would go behind Diddy. And I'm supposed to have my cape on for a prostitute? Mm, that's a waste of my energy. I don't have
Why
Women
time
are you
for
gonna
it.
stay
always
on
why
code.
are you based in how you moving
Sad.
over
How
what
did this
men
become
doing?
a conversation about prostitution? Well, not prostitution, but what I'm confused. We're talking about women taking men to court for child support. I simply
Because
said
you've been calling her a prostitute since we started
because she
talking.
no, I didn't call her what she wasn't. It's a fact. She was literally a part of
I
Tax's
never.
agent.
It's a
But
fact.
you're
You
making it
keep
seem like I said I
restating the
agree
facts,
with
so we talking about her being a prostitute.
but you're making it seem like I said I agree with her being a prostitute.
I
That
never
never
said
came
you
out.
agree. You just talking about her being a prostitute. You
Yeah,
might
yeah,
not
but you're
agree.
saying
You're answering
You
your
might
own
not.
question,
You
Brittany.
might not agree.
She's
So if you
answering your
don't
question.
agree, then it's like
no, it's not that I don't agree with you. What I'm saying is you're saying why do women want to be prostitutes? That's a broad question. Well, I don't know. I ain't a prostitute. I don't know why women want to be prostitutes.
Why men sleep with them? That's the
There's a
question.
million reasons.
I don't
why
care why.
I don't know.
always
You
bringing
asked
up
why
what
we
a
were
man
talking about
doing.
prostitution, but you the one that
But
kept
what am I supposed
calling
to
her a
do
prostitute.
What am I supposed to do about that? That's why I guess I'm confused. What do I do about?
Can we
I don't
get
go around
from the
Put your
male
cape on,
centered?
girl, and
Can we
save
get
the
from the
women from
male
being
centered?
prostitutes.
Can we
I
get from the
don't
male
go
centered
around
rhetoric?
promoting women
Like
being
what a
prostitutes.
man is doing and how he thinks does not matter right now. Like let's get
I
from the
don't
male
go around
centered
promoting
rhetoric.
women to be
Oh, I'm not
prostitutes.
male censored whatsoever. That's why I
So
put my cape on.
I'm just confused.
No, you're just validating predatory behavior by hoes.
Who is?
Y'all are the smarter, stronger, more logical being.
It
How do y'all
doesn't
keep
matter.
getting
You're still
taken up top by
validating
the weaker,
predatory
less of weak?
behavior
No, you
from
can't answer
hoes.
that question. All you can do is
But
deflect.
I'm not.
Because
Brittany,
I
men
didn't ask.
you
can't
I'm
don't
hold
not
agree.
themselves
answering any
So
accountable.
questions.
like
I'm only going by what
let
I ain't
you've been doing the
oh
whole
my God.
conversation.
I'm not holding her
Y'all
accountable
been
for her.
validating predatory behavior from hoes. I said that was in my initial statement. I
Save the
waited to
hoes
hear what
then,
y'all had to
Slimmy.
say.
Why don't y'all save the
Y'all
hoes?
always validating predatory behavior from hoes. This is
Then
your
go
rhetoric. This is what you do.
become a minister and go save all the hoes.
Oh, no,
then. Take them
ma'am.
to church.
I don't save no hoes. I
Baptize
don't
them.
save no hoes.
So
That
quit
ain't my
stressing
job.
over them then. What you
That
care
ain't
for?
my job. Your job as a woman is
It
to tell
ain't.
the truth
I'm not their
and
mother.
tell women to be feminine, not be whores. But you're validating it. You're going
No, I
against
can
your
say
nature.
men, stop
You're
sleeping with
going
whores
against
and
your
maybe there won't be
nature.
whores.
You're going against your nature, ma'am.
You said y'all are homemakers.
What?
Men are homemakers.
still talking
So if it's
about men.
hoes,
What the fuck are you
hold the
talking
men
about? I ain't
accountable
never
for
said no
being.
shit like that.
Yes, you have. You remember everything else.
Ma'am, stop lying on me.
You
That's not
remember
a term that I
everything
use.
else.
That's not a term that I
Men are
use.
hoes. We're homemakers.
I've never
Well,
said that.
go put y'all hoes in check. 'Cause
Anton
why they
might have
running
said
amok?
that. I ain't never
Why
said
y'all can't?
Anton,
Why
you
y'all
said that
can't check
before?
y'all hoes? Is the question.
I don't
'Cause hoes
remember.
gonna be hoes.
I ain't never
Why
said
y'all
no shit
can't
like
Sound like
check
that.
them?
something I would say.
Why they taking
I ain't
y'all
never
up
said
top
no
so
shit like
much?
that. I don't speak like that. Sorry, you got me mistaken. So take
I
that fight up
don't.
with Anton, but it doesn't change the fact that you're validating. You always validating whoredom. Always.
And you're always treating men as the victim.
I'm not treating no man as the victim. I always hold men accountable. And I always say men are going to be held accountable by society. So what are you talking about?
So quit making it about the women.
You can't substantiate your
Hold men
argument. I can
accountable without bringing
substantiate
women
mine,
into the
ma'am.
conversation.
You can't substantiate your argument because you can
hold them
never
accountable
validate.
without scapegoating
You
a
should
woman.
never
Can we
validate
hold
whoredom.
women accountable
You should
without
never
bringing men
validate
into the
whoredom, ma'am.
Go
conversation
ahead, girl. Do
first?
your
You should never validate
Go ahead.
whoredom being a woman. You should never validate that.
Can we do that one first?
Or predatory behavior, but that's your number one mantra.
It's
On this
not.
platform. That's
Y'all are
what you
gonna
do.
keep sleeping with these same women y'all complain about.
No, not y'all.
Y'all ain't no
They.
different than the women y'all complain
They.
about. Let's be honest.
Oh.
Ain't nothing different. Everybody meet they
Trigger.
match. So
Emotional damage.
I know you ain't talking. Nothing about me is triggered.
Emotional damage. Maybe you projecting. You do a lot of
I don't know the people we're talking about to project.
I don't know.
It's not
Maybe
my
you
$20,000. I don't
Maybe you projecting.
care. We're talking about it because it was presented as a topic. You get triggered over DMP conversations constantly.
No, I
Slimmy, and
don't.
I don't understand
I get triggered
why.
by
That's
disrespectful
something
women.
you gotta work
I get
out
triggered
though.
by
I don't
disrespectful
let it
women.
make
That's
me
it.
uptight. Okay.
All right, y'all.
That's it.
We gotta move.
I don't give a fuck about the conversation. You get triggered by conversations and you start making personal attacks because you can't substantiate anything that you say. Most of the stuff that you say is rubbish.
You're doing personal attacks right now.
No, I'm not. I'm only attacking the argument. I'm not attacking the person. I said maybe you're projecting. That means the words that you're using might be a reflection of how you feel. That's it. That's not attacking you.
I don't
feel your words.
anything when
Your
I come
words.
up here.
Your words.
You feel everything. I don't feel
I don't
anything.
feel
I'm
nothing.
up here talking about
I don't feel nothing.
men
You
getting
can't
taken up top by
substantiate your
child support like
argument,
we've
ma'am.
talked about before.
You can't substantiate your argument. That's
I'm
it.
not arguing with you.
Okay.
I didn't say you were arguing with me. You can't.
Oh, okay.
You can't substantiate what you're saying. Let me put it better. You can't substantiate what you say because you're
If you can't
validating whore
understand it, Slimmy,
behavior.
just say that.
You
Don't
can't
say I'm not
you can't
substantiating anything. Just
substantiate
say
validation of
you
whore
can't
behavior.
comprehend.
Oh, I
Thank you.
comprehend very well. See, now you're trying to make personal attacks again. Yep, sign off. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
We appreciate you.
That's our cue to go ahead and do the super chats. Okay. Here we go. No one mad. Now you mad at me. Please do something about this name. Let her ass pay. Elijah Thomas said, oh yeah, I joined the bag chasers as well. I need my cap. Tell G says, Kim on that poetic justice flow tonight. Mark Pyers, tax coach, said the problem is the broken child support system. No child needs $20K per month to be taken care of. Modern Talk 25 said these women out here messing around with broke dudes every day while looking for a rich guy to use. If you're rich, stay single. Mark Pyers, tax coach, says if you're not just paying for the child, or you're not just paying for the child, you're paying for the mother's lifestyle. Sorry, y'all, I can't find my glasses. James Horton says, what happens to the child when the child support ends? Mark Pyers, tax coach, said child support shouldn't be based on the amount the man earns. Even if he starts to make more money after the separation, they increase the amount. James Horton says, my children are mad at family court and their mom for missed time with me. Mark Pyers, tax coach, said, Brittany, you don't personally know anyone paying more than $20K a month. Stop lying. James Horton says they will negotiate with you if you've been paying. James Horton also says courts will negotiate, but I've never seen a woman negotiate or take less. Modern Talk 25 says men with money need to date women who have money. Stop dating broke women if you have money. Baton Rouge Devil Dog said, I fought for 50-50. My son with me for 50% of the time. I still pay child support because I make way more. I spend just as much money as she does during my time sharing, then pay her, and she left me.
Your host.
That's crazy, yeah.
Mr. Travolta 24. What kind of money is that? 120. That's a weird looking symbol. Baby mama don't protect their seed, then cry later about child support. Black men. Sorry, I said baby mamas. Black men don't protect their seed, then cry later about child support. You know the rules are unfair, yet you still shoot up the club because that ass though. Mr. Travolta also said, I told my boss he's paying me too much and should pay me only 25%. Yeah, right. Women are not lowering the child support in mass. That's a fantasy.
At all.
Mark Pyers, tax coach, said Brittany is lying. Child support is based on income and time spent with the child. She doesn't know anyone lower.
Your mother's lying. You don't know me or who I know or what I know. Shut up.
Girl, they swear they swear
It's-
they
I
know
pay
somebody.
less.
It's
Thanks.
crazy how
You're a
people
liar.
who I know.
I don't pay what was on the calculator. You're lying.
That's insane.
Nigga.
Like what? Brittany's lying.
Says yo mama. All right. Mag Gain says people are killing themselves to be underpaid. somebody turning down 10K for 2.5K around about rare as sugar-free donut. Tell G said, we don't look at all women as harlots. If you present yourself that way, that's on you. I don't just want that box only, unless that's all you got. 9 Corey P says, so Molly is saying women are prostitutes, but also says she isn't a prostitute.
I don't care what y'all think about me.
Mark Pyers Tax Code said, Molly, you're average, so what makes you different?
I don't got nothing to prove to you, baby.
Baton Rouge
Nothing.
Double Dog
I'm
said,
average.
wow, didn't know I want streetwalkers. Thanks, Molly. Wet Nut 1234 says, ho plus me equals home. That Jay Forever says, hold him accountable, Aaliyah. Rilo G said, Aaliyah cooking, Molly gang, fire. Modern Talk said, Molly, I think you're male-centered. You worry too much about what men do, who they dating, how much money they have, etc.
Was we not just talk about women? Women get thrown. This panel is mainly women, and we're constantly expected to throw women under the bus because men is watching. Whatever.
Now you mad at me said nope. I think he's talking about when I said change his name. JM410 said, salute AD, the content king and master convo manipulator. Okay. That's a good little chat we had there. Y'all ready for the next subject?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Disgraced R&B singer R. Kelly asks President Donald Trump to commute his sex abuse convictions, not for a full pardon, though. His request shows a pending status on the Office of the Pardon Attorney's website. Kelly was sentenced, you may remember, to 30 years in prison for various sex crimes. In 2022, he was convicted here in Chicago. That was on child pornography charges, and then convicted of sex trafficking and racketeering in New York in 2021. He's now serving his prison sentence in North Carolina. If his sentence is not commuted, Kelly is expected to be released in 2045 when he's nearly 79 years old.
Oh, yeah. R. Kelly. Sorry. Ask for his sentence to be commuted.
Keep that man in jail.
If he won a third term, he'll do it.
Keep that man in jail, please.
If it was commuted.
I
If
think
it was commuted, I think they should take the remaining time and split it amongst those girls' parents and put them in jail for that amount of time that's left over.
That's fine. Yeah, let him out.
Keep him in there, please.
He would be a risk to society if you let him out. I think he learned a lesson. It's all good.
Heck no.
This is crazy.
He got a mental problem. That's like a mental problem.
If Trump, he needs to do what's right. He's for the black community. He should let the goat out.
No. R. Kelly was like, it's one thing. So like Diddy, he's in jail for being a freak. I don't support that. Like as an adult, you could be a freak. You feel me? That's just you being an adult. R. Kelly, I just feel like he went too far. He was messing with underage girls, even though I think he had the consent of their parents, or like they was dropping them off and there was a whole contract going on. That doesn't make it no better. I think he needs to stay where he's at.
Do you think
what?
I'm just gonna ask a question. I don't give a fuck what y'all said. Do you think a 14-year-old in 2000 and
you on your own, dog.
Do
you think a 14-year-old?
Hey, hold on, wait. Think about what you're saying before you say it.
I know what I'm saying. Is a 14-year-old in 1985 the same as a 14-year-old in 2026?
Hey, this nigga.
Yeah.
Are they the same?
14.
It's a yes or no question.
I think the 14-year-olds now are actually more immature than the 14-year-olds in 1985. I don't think you can't leave these kids at home by themselves.
It's a disingenuous argument.
They was babysitting at 14. These kids can't even. Yeah.
No.
They're
Like,
they're
Wait,
more
how, wait, wait,
they're
wait.
they're
20
they're
plus years ago, they're not the
less
same.
mature.
Like
Aaliyah,
niggas used to
how
have
did you
full ass
absorb?
families at 14 and shit, nigga. Like, no, it's not the same.
How did you absolve the parents of responsibility? Like if this is,
I'm not even absolving them. They could go to jail too.
no,
Just gotta stay.
I can only go by what you said. Like you
So I
said, they
just
were
said
dropping.
they could go to jail too.
But you were
It's no,
saying that,
I'm not absolving them. I'm not absolving them.
but you said leave him in jail. I don't care if the parents were dropping him off to him. That's absolving them. That's what you said. Like, so
When okay,
how is if he's sick,
Mhm.
what makes the parents if they're dropping him off to a sick man? What are the parents?
They're also sick.
Okay, so when they get paid for it, they're a little bit worse than him because those are their kids, not his.
Okay.
He's fucked up for sure. But if
Okay.
you're going to leave your kid with a man that's fucked up for money, not only are you prostituting your child out, but
human
you are
trafficking,
weird
basically.
as fuck. Like, I don't understand how you can say, like, you don't care if they, like
when
the
I'm
parents,
speaking
the
about
parents,
R. Kelly staying
the
in jail,
parents
'cause
should
the
have been went to
topic is
jail.
him
The parents should
being
have
in
went to
jail.
jail instantly, like because they were sending their kids over there. Like they should have went to prison. Period.
I agree.
Oh, okay, well, if all right, well then if you, you
Because
can't say you
what
don't
I
care
what
about
I
if
was
the parents just dropping them off though.
in
That's kind of
context, it was about because I'm speaking about him, R. Kelly. We was just speaking about him. So I'm saying keep him in jail. Like he shouldn't get a commuted sentence anyways. So I was taking I get why you think I was absolving them. I was just taking them out of the equation right now because I think he needs to stay in jail. But they can also go to jail too. They could go to jail too.
They
All of them.
definitely should be in jail. I ain't
Nah,
gonna
yeah, they
lie.
could all go to
They
jail.
should be in
I'm all
prison.
for it. We
They
could
should
throw
be in
them
prison.
away.
But where is he trying to get commuted to? Like, is he trying to like come home or something, or what's going on?
So if you commute the sentence, that basically means that like you served your time. Like it doesn't mean that the conviction goes away. It just means that you don't have to do any more time in prison.
Oh, so you could just go home, but
Correct.
but it's like but you're still convicted.
That's correct.
So they got to put your name in the books, and you have to be registered wherever you're at as a sex offender.
Yep.
Don't matter.
That's not enough.
He's not gonna be in a normal neighborhood.
Tara
Anyway.
Kelly being a sex offender don't matter to women.
Nobody looks up those maps with those red dots, though. So, like, being registered as a sex offender is not going to do anything.
He wouldn't live in a neighborhood where it would matter anyway. He'd be somewhere in a gate, like where houses are so far apart. You know, like
you think
so
he
it's
still
not like
got money?
Living house to house, like stacked on top of each other on the west side somewhere. Like, so I don't think it would matter.
Can I
if people still play his music in clubs, he still got money.
Yeah, he got money.
And this is gonna probably sound
he
ignorant.
made the song. Where's his money at? So I don't know.
But did R. Kelly get convicted? Because it's been so long. I honestly don't remember. Did he get convicted for what he did to underage kids or what he did to women? I don't remember what he was actually convicted for.
The one girl that was 12 years old, she was the Jane Doe. So he was convicted for her. She was the Jane Doe. She recently came out and told us her real name. She was the one that was in the video.
What's her name? Niece or whatever?
Yes,
okay.
Sparkle's niece. And she was the one that was the youngest. I think she was at the time was either 12 or 13.
14
when it happened.
No, she was 14.
It was a lot of stuff. It was exploitation of children, forced labor, Mann Act violations. I don't even know what that is.
Now remember, the family of that girl, they didn't want her to testify in court and all that, and they got paid off. They got a lump sum of money back in the day. So
this is insane, man. Like, this is pretty wild that he even. I ain't gonna need to say that.
I don't think it's gonna happen, whether he asks or not.
I think that R. Kelly got railroaded, bro.
I'm not gonna
just keeping it 100.
I think R.
man
Kelly
where he
is a
at.
victim of sexual abuse.
I think R. Kelly got railroaded. Let me tell you why, Aaliyah.
Please.
Because I don't believe I'm removing it from.
And there wasn't no problem until the money stopped.
I think it was because he got convicted in the court of public opinion before he ever had a trial.
Because of the tape.
And they didn't get him the first. I don't think that they got him the first time. So that it became. It wasn't until Surviving R. Kelly on Netflix came out that this was even a conversation.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
Right.
So what I'm saying is he got convicted regardless of whether it was right or wrong. Right? That's not what I'm arguing. What I'm arguing is he got convicted because the public wanted him to go down, and it was an agenda against him, not because they actually was looking to convict him at all.
It was kind of like that O.J. Simpson situation where he didn't get convicted of murder, but he got convicted of, what was it, robbery or taking some property that belonged to him. But so they wanted him to go down for something, so they convicted him. I think R. Kelly definitely is sick. I feel like him being molested as a child, I think that clearly affected him as he got older. I think he repeated what happened to him. I think being in prison, a lot of the time, I think he needs help, mental help. I don't think it's going to do anything at his age. But I think he's more so, I think his actions are sick. I think what he did was sick, but I definitely can agree that they convicted him based off of public opinion. I think that, and to be fair, a lot of women were coming out the woodworks when they already knew about R. Kelly and they were still dealing with him. Again, y'all are
we all knew what Kelly was doing back in the 90s. We all knew what he was doing.
That don't make it okay, though.
But
nobody is
justifying
justifying it. I don't. No.
Justifying. We just all knew what he was.
I'm not justifying what he did. What I'm saying is, I believe he was convicted in the court of public opinion way before they ever. It wasn't about the kids. It wasn't about nobody gave a fuck about them girls. I'm keeping it 100. Ain't nobody checking for them. Ain't nobody trying to figure out whether or not they okay. Nobody cares. Nobody cared. Nobody checked for it. Before all of this shit popped off, his concerts were still sold out. He was he was singing, "Do you want your passport?" Like he was doing all of that shit. Like
back in the day, people were trying to watch the video knowing that it was an underage
They
girl.
were selling it at the flea market.
America, come to America with
up and down video places to find the tape.
We gotta find that.
Underage
girl. To America.
But nobody really believed it was him. He kept saying it was his brother.
I want a cookie.
Do you have your passport?
What?
Oh, that was the funniest shit ever. That nigga was at the drive-thru talking about I want a cookie. Boy, I knew that nigga was going to prison. I was like, it's over for R. Kelly, boy. I was like, he going down bad, man. He doing irrational shit, man. he got word, man. This shit is bad. Oh my God, man.
So I've got a question.
Find that cookie video, please.
I've never even heard of this cookie video you're talking about. But I've got a question because I looked up the purpose of prison, right?
Oh, shit.
They say, there's retribution. So obviously that's holding the people accountable for what they did. Okay, he's done 7 years. I'm not saying whether that's enough to hold him accountable or not. But then the next reason is removing dangerous individuals from society. He's 59 at this point. So I wonder, like, with his crimes being what they are, is he still a danger to society, or how much longer will he be a danger to society? And then there's supposed to be rehabilitation. Obviously, like I agree with Brittany, he was molested. There was something going on there. Has he been rehabilitated? Has there been any sort of help for him? I think all of those things need to be considered before we just like randomly come up with a conclusion. Y'all are sick about this cookie thing, FYI.
I need to see it.
No, Kim, you gotta hear that shit. No, this shit classic. I ain't even trying to dismiss what nobody's saying. This shit classic. No, it's not like that. I want a cookie.
Is that R. Kelly?
I want a cookie, yeah.
Keep that man locked up.
I mean, that's crazy, but that also like speaks to his talent. No lie, like
he can sing in jail like he been doing for them.
Yeah, like I don't care
Help
about
him
no
get some
talent.
noodles and some cook-ups.
Not some noodles.
He down bad. I'm sorry.
They are goofy. Oh my god.
Oh, shit. Oh, the cookie. You don't know what kind of cookie he talking about.
Oh shit. Oh.
I think the other video was funnier when he was talking about, do you have your passport? Like, seeing that to the audience was crazy. I'm like, talking about coming back to America. That was hilarious. But nonetheless, I think that, I mean, I don't think he's going to get out anyways, even though he's requesting it. So I don't think it really matters. But I think he needs help. I just don't think that he's getting the actual help he needs. And I don't even know if he is getting the help, if that would change anything. Like Kim said, he's what, 50-something years? Like, I don't know. That's a lot of years of damage to what happened to him. So I don't know.
I don't think you can change a pedophile. I wouldn't even try.
I don't know if he can.
Outside of cutting castrating them, male or a woman, I don't know how you would change it.
And his sister need to be locked up too. But
how y'all want to lock everybody up?
His sister's the one who started all this.
Want to lock up
the whole family, the
pedophilic
brother,
behavior.
The mama, may she rest in peace. But I think I don't know. I think that was one of them families that knew things was going on in the house and just wasn't saying nothing.
And wasn't saying nothing.
The mom knew.
Like everybody who's complicit with these uncles running around and nobody has anything to say.
Yeah. I think that's sad.
Well, that shit say recruiting girls in Ethiopia. Man, why this nigga R. Kelly so funny, man? Oh God. I'll lose.
Dog, I don't know. I mean, does he have, is 30 years reasonable?
For touching kids?
I'm just asking a question. Is 30 years reasonable?
That's hard to say. If it was my kid,
I think it should be in there forever. Yeah.
Life.
It ain't enough.
Right. If it was my kid, I'd be like, well, you need to be there forever. You forever changed their lives. So
life.
30 years. 30 years.
Life. He was a menace to society. Why are we acting like he wasn't?
30 years?
Wait, how was he a menace to society and people were sending their kids over there?
They all.
That's why they need to go down.
No, not they all. I'm asking you. No. I want to ask a serious question. How was he a menace to society and people were sending their kids over there? That don't make sense. Like it's real menace.
It's not like he was plucking kids up off the street.
It's real
but
menaces
he was
out
still
here.
doing what he was doing, regardless of them dropping them off.
You know how the girl in the video got over there? You know how she initially got over there? Sparkle. Because her cousin took her there. Sparkle took her there. Yeah. A superstar, because she was connected. Then she sang backup for R. Kelly at the time, right?
Superstar.
And dance backup. She told her to sit on his lap.
People don't want to talk about this, but that's probably why her career got cut short, because she did that act. She took that kid over there, and then the videos come out.
Well, the reason
you don't hear from Sparkle no more.
The reason why
like he still.
The reason why I say it's 30 reasonable. I don't know if it is or not, but all I can do is compare it to what I see happening from other people and other cases. And there's murderers that get out less than 30 years. There are people that take people's lives that get out in less than 30 years. So removing how you feel about Kels, whether you like them or you don't like them, is 30 years reasonable? Or are we just saying that emotionally?
But I think we always would say, well, I don't know if y'all do, but typically people will say if that happened to a child that they need to be either thrown under the prison or killed. So
I understand what you're saying, but that's why I'm asking a question.
So 30 years, if it has to involve children, I think it's justifiable.
I think he needs to
30
rock
years.
Kyle.
Why you keep
All right,
saying it like that?
because
Rock Kyle.
because
Just get rid
again,
of
I'm
him.
taking all of the factors in, right? And what I'm thinking about is beyond how I feel about R. Kelly. He was convicted in the court of public opinion. They mad that he beat the case the first time. And the second time, did they have any evidence or was it just hearsay?
But that's why I asked too, like, was he convicted due to children? That's why I asked that, because if it had to do with the women and whatever happened with those women, I would say 30 years is probably too much because they knew what they were getting themselves into. And I feel like at that point, I do feel like it was more about public opinion and the sentence.
That's what I'm saying. Was it an
There are
actual
charges related to the
conviction
children.
based off of public opinion and hearsay, or was it based off of real evidence?
Yeah, that's
that's what I'm saying, bro.
I think R. Kelly did something that we don't know about.
I don't
Like,
I don't know, bro.
That gives me
these
even more
charges,
reason to want him to stay in jail.
all of these charges came
But it
about
wasn't- it
because of
probably
the
wasn't that bad.
documentary and social media, is what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm asking. Was this based like a pitchfork type shit, or is this?
Because even the two young girls, when I say, well, let me not say girls, they were young women. The one that I think, what was it, Azriel and whatever, that other girl that they were like almost like not
Sister
married
wives,
to him,
living with him.
Yeah, like even those girls, they were still not children. They were grown, and their parents brought them to R. Kelly. So it's kind of like, I don't know if he's not convicted for even what he might have done with them, because I think Azriel, she ended up leaving him and started trying to come out saying all this bad stuff when she was a part of his little entourage too. But it's just like, you were technically of age.
I just think all of this is fake outrage, honestly.
A lot of it is, I would say a lot of it is, but if it has to do with him being convicted with anything to do with children, I'm not justifying that.
I think it's fake outrage, and the reason that I say it's fake outrage is because he still doing hella streams. Motherfuckers are still gonna listen to the music. They'll boycott everything else in the world, but we pick and choose according to who it is that we rock with and how talented they are. And so I think it's fake outrage, because the same people that's gonna talk the most shit a lot of times is gonna go and get freaky in the club. Get freaky.
But I think that those people are separating the person from the artist.
How?
Or the artistry.
How?
Half his songs be about little girls.
How? How can you separate the
I'm
artist
just telling
from the
you what I
person?
think.
No, that's a
telling you what I
justification. That's a justification for doing what you want to do. And that's why I say it's fake outrage. I don't listen to what people say a lot of times when I can compare it to what they do. If your actions is not a reflection of what you say, then I know it's fake outrage. It's performative. You know what I'm saying? So I don't go based off of that.
Do you think people can say that they want him to be in prison, but they can still listen to his music? Do you think that that's like a contradiction?
I think that to say, oh man, keep him locked up, and then dance to the very shit that he wrote the music to, is hypocritical.
Yeah, only song I really want to listen to is "Seems Like You Ready." I won't listen to that because it seems.
I want to put those two together. I never
that one was touchy. That one was touchy. Like I was just like,
people don't know, but people don't know where his inspiration. People don't know where his inspiration come from.
Yeah, but I just
he was married to a
Back in the Closet was everybody's
Yeah.
favorite song. That
No, Leah was younger than that.
and nobody batted an eye, and I don't understand how. I don't understand how people was allowing so much.
The only people that man, that
the
junk,
same way they're allowing it now.
that junk
We
came
know
out
it's
of
industry
nowhere.
I think it's worse.
It was like it was an overnight
it's way worse
outrage. That shit.
Yeah, because
that
people
shit
was
was
letting
a
Kelly
tsunami.
slide.
Motherfuckers was
They
bored.
weren't letting that nigga slide. That nigga was letting them
Motherfuckers was
checks.
bored.
That nigga was letting them checks go.
above what he was doing.
Motherfuckers
letting
was
them
bored
checks go.
during the pandemic. They got done watching the Jordan documentary. They said, "All right, who next? R. Kelly? All right, let's go ahead and get this nigga." That did motherfuckers. They got that nigga out of boredom. He might still
Regardless of
be
why
out.
they got him. You can't get got if you didn't do anything.
You forget. Hold on, Kimmy. You're forgetting. I don't know if you remember. this shit turned into like a protest / Me Too type shit. It's the
Yeah,
same
nah,
thing
they-
that
they-
happened.
they-
It's
Is
the
that
same-
They went
misplaced?
after him.
It's the same thing that happened to Diddy.
Not saying that they
right?
didn't, but can you go
Motherfuckers
after
made up
somebody
some
who
of the
didn't
most
do anything?
crazy charges on Diddy, and when it all came back down, the nigga was just freaky. And they went after Diddy. No, I'm keeping it 100.
And they
They went
absolved the
after
actual
Diddy because
person
it
that
was
was
a
the
popular thing
ringleader.
to do. They
Gassy.
went after Diddy because it was a popular thing to do. Everybody was going to Diddy parties. Everybody wanted to go to the white party. Everybody wanted to go to the Rock Nation Diddy brunch. Niggas was out here in the streets having a good time, wearing pastel suits and shit. And then all of a sudden, right? Because this isn't. I'm not debating right or wrong. I'm debating how sheepish the public is, in which they pick and choose their targets based off of what's popular to do at the time. It's fake outrage. It's fake outrage.
It was a manhunt.
People don't think
manhunt
themselves,
because they
so-
put out the DVD, because they put out that thing, that special,
Netflix doc.
the documentary.
Diddy should not be locked up right now. Keeping it 100.
Now that's a
The
fact.
only
I could definitely agree with
difference
Diddy.
between the
R.
only
Kelly,
difference
though-
between Diddy and R. Kelly is we actually know what triggered what got Diddy into trouble. We don't know what triggered.
Yeah, because
R.
he
Kelly.
was going after
difference
because
is
he
R.
went
Kelly
after-
was
went
touching
after
Well,
the-
that and Diddy
went
was
after
dealing with
alcohol
adults.
agencies.
Yeah.
Huh?
R. Kelly was touching
Diddy was
kids,
dealing with
guys.
adults, though.
No. You don't understand what I'm saying.
That's not what we saying.
What I'm saying is we know what Diddy did that triggered the real reason behind Diddy getting locked up is because he went after his masters, the people who run the alcohol companies. We don't know what R. Kelly did.
I
R.
agree
Kelly
with
probably
you,
could have
Sammy.
did something. He probably could have did something where he was like, "Yo, I want all my masters," and they're like, "Nah, we ain't letting you do that."
Or he
I
was a
guarantee
low
that.
hanging fruit.
Listen,
They
listen,
threw him
listen,
to the
listen.
wolves.
R. Kells has been moving on borrowed time for decades. I believe that niggas had Kells in their back pocket until the nigga probably start wising up, or he starts talking that shit, or he starts saying some shit that he wanted to do transformational. And then we so sheepish, we so easily manipulated by saying, "Oh no, but he did it." But we not looking at the shit that happened. If this was really, we don't want to deep dive behind the scenes and say, okay, how did this shit even play out in the first place? Because and this is the way I think that it's easily set up. The charges are so egregious that you're not going to ask any questions beyond what the charges are. The only thing that we're going to say is lock that nigga up. Don't nobody want to try to figure out how we got to this point in the first place and why this wasn't a thing for the last 25 fucking years that he was making music.
I saw the tape when I was a kid.
That might be the case,
Well, I didn't
but are
see the
you
tape,
saying
I
that
know.
because it didn't come up then and he didn't get punished for it then, he never should have gotten punished for it?
I don't think they argue. They're not arguing right or wrong.
Right.
They're
I'm
not
trying to
arguing.
understand what the argument is.
They're not
All right,
making that
listen.
argument. They're
We
making.
know,
That's why I'm
we know
asking.
when Diddy asked, "Hey, I need a bigger percentage," they said no.
Right.
Hey,
No, I
man,
understand what you're saying in that regard.
I'm going to sue y'all. I'm going to sue y'all. Oh, wait a minute. No, you're not. Cassie video. That's what you're now. Everybody just like, damn. You hit Cassie? You hit Cassie? Next thing you
But
know,
I don't even-
Cassie's absolved of anything that she did in the whole thing.
Facts.
And she's the ringleader.
That video came out of fucking nowhere, Clemmy.
She should have been the one that was going
They've
down
been
for
sitting
sex
on that
trafficking.
fucking video for a long
And they were
time,
protecting.
nigga.
They protected Diddy.
Nigga,
Now, what I'm
that
saying
Diddy
is,
video
this
from the
R. Kelly
hotel,
shit,
that
we've
shit
been
came
seeing
out
that tape.
nowhere. Nigga, and
We've been seeing that tape. We've
CNN
seen
had
that tape
shit the next day,
decades ago.
I don't even
What
think
happened
that was
was
the play.
what happened was we don't know what happened that triggered R. Kelly that made them put out that documentary. But that documentary is what got the wheels turning to get him locked up.
Facts.
But it's the
They
same
already
thing about-
made it. What they did was they make you guilty. This is not nothing new. This is not a secret of how they operate. They make you guilty. They tried to do the same thing to Michael
Bill
Jackson.
Cosby.
They did the same thing to Bill Cosby. They made them guilty in the eyes of the public, and then they take you down.
Yeah.
Only thing
So
is,
here's the thing. That's
Bill-
not the part I'm disputing. At
And
all.
Prince,
I
by the way.
totally get that part. But
That's what I'm
also,
saying. Y'all talking past each other.
No, but I get that. And I've always said from the beginning, I'm like, did he piss somebody off? He was smelling himself, and that's why they hung him out to dry. But that doesn't change the fact that he did whatever it is they said. Well, maybe not did he.
He did,
but R. Kelly did what he said they did.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're not
regardless of if
disputing
it,
that, Kim. That's not a dispute.
She's acknowledging that.
I get that, but to say like, oh well, he shouldn't be locked up because he was convicted in the public eye. Like,
Nobody is saying
what difference
that.
does it make?
Nobody is saying that. Nobody's saying he
that.
shouldn't be locked up. Nobody is saying that he's innocent. Nobody is making that argument at all. We're saying that there's a deeper conversation that needs to be had that nobody wants to discuss because it's easy to pin it behind what he did or what we think he should be in jail for. We don't ask any additional questions, and that is the way that they program it to happen.
So since it's showing that he did do something to children, Anton, do you think that he should get 30 years?
I don't know how long he should get, honestly. I don't know how long he should get. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And man, let me tell you. I just think that Kels was an easy target because man,
I don't even think he did anything.
Let's just say it all came out because he asked for his master's or something like that. Okay, so now we have the reason why we're finally taking you to trial. Now what?
That's not the reason.
I'm just giving an example. So now what? Regardless of what the reason is that people decided today is the day and not the last 20 years, now what?
I think he
was a scapegoat.
Let me tell you why. Because it's the same. Well, because if you're gonna make that argument, then I didn't see anybody. People wanted to deep dive to find out how deep the rabbit hole goes when it came to the Epstein files. They wanted to know who was on the fucking island, who was enabling it, who's making the money from it, how are you benefiting? Motherfuckers over there, the UK Prime Minister had to resign because of somebody that he appointed as a part of that was a part of the Epstein files, and he just recently had to resign. So that's what I'm saying. It's not just about now what with regard to R. Kelly. It's about all of the people that participated, all of the people that knew, all of the people that benefited from it, all of the people that made money from him, all of that type of shit. So it's easy to just let this nigga die with the case, but it's easy also to let motherfuckers benefit from all of the stuff he did from him in the meantime. Right? Why do we only want to deep dive on a shit that, you know what I'm saying, that's political, but we don't want to have a deeper conversation and deep dive on all of this other shit if it's the same type of conversations?
That's a fact.
I'm not saying that it shouldn't be done.
The problem. It's
first
all the
thing
same.
I said was lock the parents up too. Like that. Start with them.
It's not just
the people that start with them because they weren't the only people there who were witnessing this happen. They had bodyguards standing around who saw it happening and all of that.
Kim. We're talking about the system, the way that this is set up.
The ecosystem.
Once you do something and you cross them and you're not playing by their rules, they will find any way to get rid of you. There have been people that have been killed behind this. They will kill royalty. They will. How do you? Then what are we talking about? If you understand that, what are we talking about?
Excellent question. Because just because everybody, there are other people who benefited, just because they may have done this for a specific reason, doesn't mean that he did not do what they said that he did. That's all I'm saying. There should be punishment for that, for the other people who were involved, for everybody. Why not take everybody down? What difference does it make?
Everybody isn't, Kim, everybody isn't going down. They pinned it on one man. It's a sex trafficking ring, and they pinned it all on one man. The reason that we're asking this is because how does one man get pinned on them when we already knew that this was taking place? It's nothing new. It's something that had been going on for 30 years. Now all of a sudden, y'all got upset and y'all wanted to take him down. Now, why not just take him down when you found out he was doing it?
Because they probably was also doing
take nobody down.
They was probably doing it too.
They were, and that's why I said everybody needs to go down. They know that not everybody's going to go down, and that's evidenced by the Epstein files. Nobody went down, really.
Well,
not Americans.
The reason why I'll tell you the reason why the Epstein files is the way it is and nobody's going to go down because it ain't no black men in that motherfucker. That's the number
Jay-Z is
one
in
thing.
there.
Ain't no black people in that motherfucker hardly. So I mean, it's based
Jay-Z,
on people who
the other
are
rapper.
prominent. You say what?
I said Jay-Z was one of the prominent names. That other rapper, it was some black people in there.
But it's
It
few
was
and
so
far.
much
It's few
redacted
and far
stuff,
in
though. We don't
between.
know.
It's
But
few and far in
it was
between.
Jeffrey Epstein's messages, though. So and
Yeah, but
other
the
court documents.
the main thing is though, like, you don't really see this happening to too many other groups. Usually, because other groups they don't rely on entertainment. They don't. Now this is where I have a problem with how we move as a people. We look to entertainers in this high regard, but then when we know that they're not the only ones guilty, we still want to make it seem like they're the only ones that we can point the finger at and that we can just pretty much blow down on. They ain't the only ones doing this shit, and they ain't the masterminds behind it. They just got them. That's the thing.
I agree, but the question
And they
is,
only
you just
do
let
that.
everybody slide because you can't get everybody. So
It's not about letting everybody slide. What it is first off, you need to keep yourself out these situations. If you're gonna be a sick motherfucker, be a sick motherfucker by yourself. Honestly, be a sick motherfucker by yourself. Don't be paying nobody to bring their kids over there. Don't do none of that shit. Don't fly nobody out. I still say, if you're gonna be sick, I don't know, maybe do that. I don't know how you function. I don't know how you do. I can't. I'm not about to put myself in a position to try and rationalize that shit. But the thing I will say is, stop putting yourself in this position, and you won't end up like this. I'm not saying don't be an entertainer, but I will say, once you know you in that system, you might as well just play ball. That's your best bet. Play ball, because they're gonna find a way to get you. It's fucked up. I mean, the fact that
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Put Bill Cosby in prison, man, over some shit that he was doing with willing participants that knew they were doing drugs, that wanted to use drugs. If they could put him in prison, man, anybody can go down. And I think that's the problem I really have with it.
That's a fact.
Anybody could go down. So that shit, that means anybody on this panel. And you don't have to be guilty.
No.
Oh, it's
I don't
absolutely
sleep with
true.
kids and I don't drug people. Yeah.
Well, it's the difference between drugging people and people wanting to be drugged.
Yeah,
Well,
but here's the case that's being made though, is that you can paint the narrative about anybody, and the first thing that you do is you kill their reputation. Then that's when you start to take them down. They killed Bill Cosby's reputation before they. Come on, man. Like, if me and you take Molly together, and we wind up fucking, and then you 20 years later say, man, this nigga Anton hit me with the Molly. What the fuck am I gonna say? Bill Cosby, it's hard to defend yourself against a fucking accusation. When the court of public opinion already determines that you're guilty.
Yeah, and then Bill, and it didn't make any better that they used that they had those jokes in the films, about it. That was literally documented.
Jay-Z was like, he rapped about it. That shit became popular.
Yeah.
You can't come back from that shit. That's why Drake was so pissed off with the whole Kendrick thing. And he was like, listen, you can't call me no pedo. Hold on, dog.
That's been like a rumor though before.
But the point is that you can't, people are, when you kill somebody's, the tongue is more deadly than the actual things that you do in real life. You can kill somebody with the tongue before you actually destroy them physically.
I think
if you want to take somebody down and you want to kill somebody, you got before you kill them physically, and this is just a strategy in general, art of war. You can't make them a martyr. You can't make them a martyr. You have to destroy their reputation before you destroy them physically.
That's true. But it was
that's why if you believe what you want to believe, that's why the whole thing with Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. It was a Black comedian that actually started speaking on Bill Cosby first. Like, it was kind of known back, I guess, in the day that was a thing, because a lot of people were using Quaalude. Like, that was just a thing. But that, I forget his name, but it was a Black comedian that actually was telling jokes on stage, and he was the one that actually started putting that out there and was like, "Oh, y'all didn't
His
know
name was
that."
Ryan.
Yeah, I
something.
forget.
I know what you're talking about.
Because I didn't even know who he was until this situation.
Oh, the chubby dude, the chubby dark skin dude.
Yeah. Yep.
I think so.
Well, I mean, you gotta remember
one joke.
Another Quaalude.
Yeah, it was like, it
be
just
back. It's not like it's not a secret.
Right.
No,
Like,
that's
they
what I'm saying. He
use
pushed it to the
drugs.
forefront, and then I feel like someone got a hold of that already. You know what I'm saying? I don't, because Bill Cosby, we already know he was trying to. We already know what he was doing. That's why they really came after him. But I think they took that. It wasn't really a joke. I guess it was kind of truth to it. But he told the joke, and I think whoever heard that was like, "Oh, we have something on him," because they probably didn't have anything on Bill Cosby, and so as he's trying to.
Let me tell you what killing somebody's reputation.
He put that shit in his movies, Brittany. It was in
his
movies.
Well, I know, but
tell you what killing somebody's reputation
as like
does.
acting or a joke. He could have used that as an excuse. You know what I mean? But for someone to come out and start putting that out there, other than yourself, I think someone got a hold of that and was like, "No, we got something on him." And then they started randomly finding all these women that were coming out the woodworks 20,000 years later, talking about, "Oh yeah, he did it to me."
Let me tell you what killing somebody's reputation does. It destroys their net worth first.
Oh, for sure.
All right. So, because what happened is the value of what you hold is based off of whether or not somebody actually wants to participate with it, right? So let's say, for example, the Cosby Show. They was making a ton of fucking money on them reruns, right? Everybody was still getting paid. Everybody that participated on the Cosby Show, their IP was valuable, right? You can leverage your IP to draw more resources and money, and you can use it in order to buy more assets. If the value of what you put out there is diminished, it then destroys your ability to move around. It destroys your ability to be able to pull money. It destroys your ability to be able to run up resources, to buy more assets, all of that. Destroying a reputation does more than just what it does in public opinion. It also destroys your ability to move around financially.
Yeah. And his name alone was what we knew. I mean, we knew Bill Cosby from being the dad on the so his whole reputation, once that was done, I don't think there was no coming back from that.
No, but that's what we knew him from as youth. But like the older folks, they knew him from the movies that he was in before the Cosby Show. And those movies were not those movies like it was comedies, but a lot of that shit, man, like it was drug based.
Yeah.
Like
not as bad as Richard Pryor, but yeah.
Oh, don't worry. When I wanted to becoming one of the biggest people, when I run for office and shit, I expect all of this shit to come back and haunt me. Is this nigga green screened?
No, he doing something with his lighting.
Don't worry, all of this shit gonna come back to haunt me. Fuck it. We gonna just go as far as we can go. See how it roll.
Delete all this. All of it.
Nah, too late.
He could. I was gonna say he can delete all he wants to. If you think somebody ain't sitting up right now, screen
200 million. 200 million.
You'll be able to say
waiting for a clip.
Right.
200 million videos later. So, super chats. We got one more subject, y'all.
Yep. All right, y'all. Super chats. That's a good subject. All right. DJ Ice says Slimmy, Aaliyah, tag team. Finally, Slimmy got someone to back him up. I love it. Support the panel, everyone in the chat and watching. Thank you for the super chat. Tail G says Free Kels. Need to hear the world's greatest remix featuring Tory Lanez.
He's putting out a new album this Friday. Can't wait.
Mark Pyre's tax coach says Free R. Kelly. Lightning says I pulled back the cover. Oh my God, a rubber. James Horton said this is not a minor situation. LOL.
He was actually able to leverage it in order to be able to get out of his deal.
James Horton says it's all over the industry. Shaking my damn head.
That's true.
Ronald Wallace says this is a woman's world. Queen Molly must be protected at all costs. We men are just here to submit and pay the bills. Lightning said he married Aaliyah at 15 and no one said anything. Big facts. Daddy and the Caddy said, I love how Kim adds beauty and IQ points to the show.
Thank you.
I agree. Greatness to Works says aspersion. Okay. And Daddy and the Caddy said, gentlemen, don't do or share intoxicants. Okay, we have one more. Thank y'all so much for the super.
What do you define as an intoxicant? Is that only liquor based?
Drugs, alcohol.
Don't do or share. So I guess all
Rohypnol.
Interesting.
All right, we have one more subject, y'all. Let's go ahead and knock this one out. Here we go.
The men are not responding well to the reclamation of women's power. Just this week alone, I have seen several videos of men coming online and crashing out because they're not getting sex. They are lashing out at their black box, mind you, because they'll take a woman on a date and she won't give it up. Because they'll spend 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks with a woman and she still won't give it up. They'll pay for the dinner, they'll pay for the phone bill, they'll pay for X, Y, and Z, and she still won't give it up. Women are not having sex as a common courtesy to these men, to these creatures. More and more women are practicing abstinence or celibacy. I myself, 2 years this summer, just passed. So many women have decided it's not worth engaging in sexual acts with these creatures. They're wicked, and their niceness, their kindness is performative. They'll spend 6 months with you straight, all the while seething under the surface. Because on that 7th month, you still haven't given it up. How dare you not give it up after 7 months? And I do appreciate the technology for this, that they're coming on here and expressing their grievances, because they're saying the quiet part out loud. They're saying the thing that your homeboys would tell you, but most women don't have a good homeboy, because there really ain't that many good homeboys out. More often than not, if a man is engaging with you in any kind of way, he wants to have sex with you, bottom line. He feels like he has a right to your body because he hangs out with you, because you confide in him, because he paid for this. More and more women have woken up and realized it's performative. They feel like it's obligatory, and it's never been obligatory. They try to shame you into thinking it is, but we're just never going back. And the more I'm seeing the men crash out, I'm also seeing more and more women saying, I'm not doing that. I'm not touching you, not with a 6-foot pole.
Wow.
She lying.
Women are putting out and men are complaining.
I don't see men complaining about that.
She's lying. She's lying. No man would go on the internet and say, oh, I ain't getting boxed, so he could literally be labeled as somebody, oh, he not getting boxed, and then think it's gonna miraculously happen. Once you start going to the internet, running and telling that you're not getting boxed, ain't no bitch gonna get you no pussy. Ain't no bitch gonna give you no pussy. She not gonna be the one that's just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna give you the sympathy pussy. No. That doesn't make sense. That's illogical. She's a liar. Women have to stop lying on the internet. You did not see somebody saying this on the internet. You would have reacted to that video. You're just a fucking liar. You're just a liar. You want to hold your vagina for ransom over 7 month span, 9 month span, because that's what you feel like you want to do. Understandable. Cool. You value yourself in a way where you feel like you can use it as leverage so a man can keep splurging on you. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, you just sounded like a prostitute.
I don't think men are crashing out about it, because even if like they're talking to you, they might not be getting sex from you, but they're still getting it elsewhere. So I don't think just because they're not getting it from you doesn't mean that they're not getting sex. And I also think she's lying, because I think a lot of women will say that they're celibate, but they're lying. I think women are having more sex than ever. From what I don't know. I think women are lying when they say that. Some women might hold off, and what you're entitled to do. I don't judge women who don't want to have. I'm not telling you to go out and just have sex, but I don't believe a lot of women when they say that they're celibate. I just don't. I think, and if you are, like I've said before, I think it's because you were so ran through before that all of a sudden you feel like you just want to put a pause on it, which you're entitled to do. But I don't think women are really holding out on sex like they claim that they are. But men are definitely not crashing out about it. Like, I don't think they care that much.
I don't know a nigga that's not getting boxed.
Me neither.
I don't know one.
Definitely never heard him admit to
I
it.
don't know a woman that's celibate personally. Not saying there aren't any. I'm sure there are women who's not doing anything, but I don't know any who are celibate.
I don't
And
either.
not having sex for a month doesn't mean you're celibate. It just means you haven't had sex. Like women always throw out this word celibate. You just ain't having sex right now. But that if the next dude comes along that you're feeling, you're gonna have sex. So I don't know. They throw that word around too often. It's weird.
I think people are having more sex than ever.
I do too.
So I don't know what the fuck she's talking about in that video. Honestly, I genuinely don't. I don't know. Man, listen. People are
they running the line to the internet.
I don't know where they seeing. Where are these women? Why is all of the women that's saying this proclaiming themselves this way? Why are they of a certain age?
Maybe that's the phase. Maybe that's the time frame where they go through that phase.
How old do you think
What,
she was?
perimenopause or something?
Oh, I
Perimenopause
think it's
age?
about this girl on the.
Yeah,
on
I
the-
am. I don't know how old this
I was
lady
gonna
is.
say,
but
how old do you think she was?
She had to
The
be in her
ran through
younger
age.
20s,
The ran through age.
I'll even go far.
less
I'll
than
go as far as
25.
to say, I think that the older people get, like as you navigate, you go from 20 to 30, 30 to 40, whatever, 40 to 50, it's worse. The box is readily available. It's readily available. It's right there. And it's already ripe, ready for you. Chicks don't have no kind of reservation whatsoever about letting you know, listen, there's box here for you as soon as you get here. So what are they? I don't know where all of this come from. Genuinely, I genuinely don't know.
Maybe in her peer group, they're staying celibate. I don't know. I do
Talking
think
about
men run
guys
to the.
are.
I do think men complain on the internet that
What
that
nigga
women
taking a chick out for
are
7
not giving
months
them
with no
access. Though.
box?
I think it's a talking point. I think women are just saying it to say it because it sounds good. Like
What
No, I
guy
think men are on the
you don't
internet.
know
Anton was
is
just talking
taking a
about
chick out?
sexless marriages.
What? No. I'm talking about regular. She said dating, going out, dudes is taking chicks out and they not getting no box. She's saying that dudes is spending money on chicks and doing all of this and they not getting no box. That's what she said, right?
She's
so
lying.
what I'm asking is, who are these men that are spending all of this time, all of this attention, taking them out, whining and dining them, talking to them with sweet nothings, and then the woman say, ha, thought you knew. You know, where?
You might got a rotation. I don't see you doing that with just one guy and him sticking around that long. Like they would have to be dealing with multiple men.
I
No,
see
no,
to stretch it out that long.
The men have the rotation. The men
Women have
the
rotations too. Single women
I'm
have
not saying
rotations.
that
I know
but
men don't like hearing that, but in
we're not talking
reality,
about
off the
we're not
internet,
talking about
women got rotations.
We're not talking about women at this moment, though. What I'm saying is she's lying because most men have a rotation. They're not going to be complaining on the internet about not getting sex because they already fucking somebody. They just not fucking you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, Slimmy.
They are complaining though. We can't.
Nah,
we talk about it every day, 3 days a week.
I'll tell you this,
I don't know
Slimmy. I'll tell you this, Slimmy. Chicks is putting out, and then they hoping they begging on the back end. All my phone is broke. Oh my god!
Absolutely.
They begging on the back end, bro. It's a back end begging pandemic out here.
Absolutely.
But they
How
they
old are
putting
they
out.
though?
They
Who complaining about their phone being broke as an
A
adult?
lot of chicks. A lot of chicks. I'm telling Molly.
Not they phone.
I'm trying to tell you that it's
They could be lying.
Women gonna stay on.
This is random, but my phone fell down the elevator shaft the other day. So people's phones break.
Yeah, but y'all ain't dealing with adult women. Adult women don't.
Okay.
I don't know any adult women walking around with just broken phones. Most people don't even
Okay.
have just one phone anymore.
Man, listen.
I think like 25 and under, I could see.
We're not gonna take the words of a hermit over people that be out in the public.
Who's a hermit?
People be out in the public, man. You're not gonna say we're not dealing with no grown women.
I've worked amongst the public.
You're not working amongst the public right now.
Which is why I have so much time if I want to get out the house and want to be out the house for a whole week straight to mingle in the public. I don't have a job to answer to. I can be outside.
Cap.
I can be outside as much as I want.
Molly, let me tell you this, Molly.
You ain't outside.
Baby girl, Molly.
I don't know what
This
I'm doing.
motherfucker's phones be broke every day.
Listen, Molly.
It's people that phones be broke. I don't want to be your man. Stop.
I'm going to be honest with you, Molly. I'm going to be honest with you, Molly.
People's phones break. Ain't nobody, no adult is walking around with no broken phone all day.
Man, people walk around. You're not outside. You ain't outside if you believe that. You are sheltered.
I don't mean adult.
You are
sheltered. I mean adult.
You are sheltered and you talking ignorant right now.
You don't know.
You're talking ignorant. The woman that's right next to you just said she broke her phone. The woman right next to you just said she broke her phone.
I said I dropped it down the elevator shaft. I don't know if it's broken technically.
All I'm saying is, Molly, is that yes, women are begging. They are begging. They begging with jobs. They begging without jobs. They begging.
I believe that.
They begging in every situation, and I don't know if they short on gas. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but all I'm saying is they back in begging. They back in begging. I'm telling you.
I feel like that's what women have always done, though.
It's
what
bad.
The fuck,
or
man?
not,
like what the fuck,
it might
man?
come off as begging. Like, they come up with like
these are the most disingenuous conversations on the internet, man. Like anytime somebody prove a valid point, this is nothing new. It's not nothing that hasn't happened. Man, come on, man.
We've been talking about the same conversations for how
so
long?
Then, all right, so if we're talking about the same conversations, when somebody makes a valid point, please stop trying to dispute it with this is not nothing new. This is, no, but you're ruining the conversation.
No.
You're ruining the conversation.
Then just let me talk and stop trying.
No. You don't let anybody else talk.
Nobody's thinking about you.
You don't let anybody else talk.
You're only talking about you, Slimmy.
No. Trust me. Everybody feel the same way.
Everybody feel the same way about you.
I don't care though.
I'm
not over talking nobody. I'm not telling everybody that everything that they say is moot. I'm not the one to do that. That's you.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
That's you. You just sat up here and lied. You were wrong. You just said that people's phones don't break. I deal with the public every day. I see a fucking broke phone. You gonna tell me that I'm lying?
You're wrong.
I see a broke phone maybe like 10 times a day. Because people got to scan their phones to get on the motherfucking on the metro.
Well, they're
broken and they can't scan them because they're fucking broken.
I'm not shocked they don't have money to pay for their phone to get fixed.
You sound crazy. Man, these ain't just broke people that get on. You know what?
Well, why they say if they ain't broke, then they should have a phone.
Every motherfucking thing all the time. This shit is a disease. It's a disease.
Thank God this ain't your show and your panel.
It ain't yours either. It ain't yours either. It ain't yours either. It ain't yours either.
You're the only one who got the most to say.
No, you got the most to say. That's the only reason I started talking, because you trying to correct everything that everybody motherfucking say. You don't got to do that shit. You don't have to.
Do you.
It's unnecessary. No, somebody got to check your ass, because you the only one that do this shit night in and night out.
You can't check me.
Yeah, I have. And I will continue to. I will continue to.
Check me with that money.
I ain't paying you shit. You ain't worth shit to me.
Exactly. Thank you.
You ain't worth shit to me.
There's nothing you can check.
You guys.
You ain't worth shit to me. Ain't no woman up here validating prostitution worth nothing to me.
I
can guarantee you
anything.
that. You've been validating prostitution since you got up here.
Okay, Mr. $35 for a date.
No, ma'am, you took that out of context. I said $40 should be the first date. If you gonna quote me right. Stop using shit out of context. You sound stupid. You always wrong. You always wrong.
Mad.
Don't this shit get embarrassing after a while? Don't it get embarrassing? Does it get embarrassing after a while to always be wrong?
I'm
Does
a
it get
5'1"
embarrassing?
woman, and you boss
Does
up
it get
on me.
embarrassing after a while?
Do you feel masculine
Does
bossing
it
up
get
on me, Slimmy? Is
embarrassing
that what makes you
after
feel
a
manly?
while?
Your
Does it get
testosterone boost?
embarrassing after a while? Does it get
No,
embarrassing
it
after a
don't.
while to always be wrong?
No,
To
because
always
what
be
part of
wrong?
I don't care.
Maybe you should.
I don't.
Maybe you should. Because to
Sorry,
always
it's
be
not in
wrong
me.
means it's a lack of intelligence and you're not learning.
Well, where's your degree at to teach me?
I don't need no degree. Maybe you got to learn something on your own. Maybe you just need to learn how to be quiet.
Oh, okay.
My steak is really good. Not that y'all asked, but it is.
He wants somebody to be quiet on a panel he ain't put together.
That you didn't put together either.
You just got to get real.
That you ain't put together either. I guess you put it together, huh? I guess you knew everybody before you got
I'm
here,
not
right?
complaining that people
You
are
knew
up
everybody
here
before you
talking
got
on a
here, right?
podcast.
You knew everybody before you got here, right?
What
You
are
put this
talking
panel
about?
together, right?
Anton
You put it
did,
together.
and he was up
You
here before
put it
he brought
together.
Quentin or you
You
up
put it
here.
together. But
What
you
are you
no,
talking
hold on,
about?
wait. Now don't bring Anton into this. Don't try and get saved. No.
I'm not
Stand
trying
on
to
your
get saved.
motherfucking own. You wanted to talk this crazy shit. You want to talk crazy.
Slimmy, you
You want
don't
to
scare
talk
me.
crazy.
At
I'm
some
not
point, you
trying
gotta
to scare
cope
you,
with
man.
that.
Stop trying to
Okay,
be a
so
victim.
pipe down.
You want
Just pipe down.
no.
Y'all
You want
gotta
to try and insult
stop.
somebody every time you up here. You try to insult somebody.
So quit going back and
Stand
forth
on
with
that
me.
shit.
Y'all gotta
Stand on
For
it.
once, just let it go.
Please.
Why don't you let it go? Why don't you
Fine.
let somebody else talk?
Sure.
Okay. Kim, how you like your steak?
I almost don't want to say because
I
people
like
shame
mine
me
medium
for it.
too. Medium rare. I like it
But
medium
you're not
rare.
gonna let that steak fall in my plate.
Well done.
Okay. How you feeling?
See how I
Avery?
can be
You
quiet and lead by example?
Uh-oh.
Okay. Let me show you how it's done.
Yo, Molly is the funniest. I love
Savage is the word.
Look, y'all champion that. Y'all champion.
No,
y'all laugh
I
at
just
that.
like to laugh.
At that bullshit
Everything
behavior. Y'all
every
laugh
night
at it.
is
Y'all
how
think
I
it's
feel.
funny. But when a nigga
No, I can laugh.
if a nigga call her out on that shit, all of a
I
sudden
don't think we should
he's
be calling
wrong.
each other out on
He's
shit.
wrong.
I think we should let
But
people
y'all
have
He
laugh
thinks
at
if he the oldest, he the
that bad
daddy of
behavior.
the
Y'all laugh
panel.
at them smart aleck
I laugh
statements.
at
It's
what I
funny.
think is funny.
But then when somebody challenge it and they go back at him, oh, you can't do that.
I don't
Why
take
do you
can't do
challenge
that.
women all day?
You
Go
can't do
outside and
that.
go challenge some men.
You can't do
I'm
that.
a woman.
mic.
You don't challenge me. Have some balls. Go challenge a male.
Oh,
You see that? I will challenge a man. I will challenge a man. I don't have no problems with that. But ain't no woman gonna sit up here and talk crazy to me every motherfucking night and think it's gonna be okay.
Ain't no man gonna talk crazy to
Ain't
me.
no. I'm gonna talk how I want to. I'm gonna
too.
tell you that right now. You ain't gonna keep talking about no have some balls. You gonna watch that shit.
Or what?
You gotta calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down with that shit. I ain't gonna tolerate
You
that
gonna
shit too
whoop
much more.
me?
come on,
Like what's
y'all.
gonna happen?
Watch what you say to me. Watch what you say. Watch what you
Because
say.
I'm
You
an
gotta
adult
be
too.
easy.
You don't scare me. I'm not
Okay,
your child.
I'm an adult too. I'm an adult too.
Oh,
You're not gonna
well,
start talking that
act
crazy
like
shit, playing
it.
victim because you
Act
want to be a
like it.
smart ass. And when I'm a smart ass right back, then you want to try and talk that crazy shit. Don't talk
Slim, you're
about
just
no having no
insufferable
balls.
all day, every day,
Ain't
no
no
matter what.
man, you insufferable.
All
You
right,
insufferable.
y'all. Come on. I'm trying not
All
to.
you had to do was
hit
be
the mute
quiet, but you
button.
couldn't. You couldn't leave it alone. You want to keep
Try
on
not
going.
to.
Keep on going. I know how to lead by example. No, the fuck you don't. You
Well, I'm
ain't
not
gonna
a
stop.
man, so I really
You
shouldn't be
ain't gonna
having to,
stop.
but
You're not gonna stop. You're not gonna
I'll
stop
be the man in this
because you're
case.
insufferable. You're
Go
insufferable.
ahead, Mimi.
You will be the man because you
Super
masculine as fuck.
chats.
You absolutely right. You absolutely right. That
Coming from you, that's a
testosterone flowing through
compliment.
you.
Thank you.
That testosterone flowing through you. It flows through you. It flows
That's why you
through
feel
you.
challenged. I got
No,
more
I don't feel challenged.
testosterone.
I feel like you the
y'all.
weaker vessel, and they let you get away with shit because you a woman. I'm not gonna let you talk to me crazy though. You're not gonna keep doing that shit. It's best you just
Okay.
stop addressing me, please. Just stop addressing me.
Sure. Go ahead, Mimi.
I was about to say, y'all, we can't spend this much time arguing back and forth. Y'all got each other's number, don't you?
Blocked.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, here we go. I mean, we literally spend like at least an hour every night
Y'all are
with some
funny.
type
I'm
of
sorry.
arguing back and forth, y'all.
Every
I love
night.
y'all to death, but
This is like toxic.
It really
toxic work
is.
environment.
Yeah, I don't have to figure something out.
It is
I don't
a
even deal with
toxic
this at my actual job. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I be
I'm
I
trying
think
not
I'm
to
gonna take a shot before I go to bed just because my pressure is up.
I'm gonna have to figure something out.
Not that I'm exempt from it, because I've
Sleep
had
like
my
a baby
days,
after
but-
this.
Not
I don't know
exempt.
why people be so bothered. I don't lose no sleep. 0. Not over this.
Molly, we know, girl. You look good.
School
don't lose
maybe,
sleep.
You
but
don't
over this,
seem
no.
like you lose sleep, but
No.
Chat, I got a question before we read super chats. Should I separate them or just keep going until it's something, figure it out?
You can make me Tuesdays and Thursdays.
He wasn't a part of it.
Oh, of them too.
Is that what you
Like how you just tried to get out of that. That was cute.
Like I thought you meant everybody. My bad.
Just put them on shifts, like you know.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Last time you
I don't
asked
know
somebody
either, but
that
I
question,
would
it
like to
didn't
be
turn out
able
good.
to address certain situations that I feel like are more impactful to life and to the culture. Like, well, I mean, this is where we ended up with the Nolan situation. Instead of talking about how important that was, we ended up here. I just feel like there's so much more we could be doing as a platform other than ending up here.
Yeah.
How do we end up here?
How am I don't have
the tango. We'll just put that.
I don't have nothing to do with none of this. I just was sitting here like everybody else.
Well, I will say I would like to do more, but I don't know exactly how far I can take it without.
Listen. I'm very intentional on mixing up the subjects, curating the content, bringing different people in, trying different things. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not gonna cap. I love them both. I love Slimmy. I love Molly. I think they're both phenomenal. And I don't know how to. I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to solve for this. And so in most situations, things work themselves out, but I don't know how to solve for it. So I gotta figure something out though. But I love them both. I mean, Slimmy is my dog, Molly is my girl, and so I can't let either one of them go. I just got to figure out how to manage this effectively. I don't know what to do. So
they need.
She don't want it to work.
Couples counseling.
That's the truth.
It's only one
That's the
person
truth.
who chooses me out
That's the
on
truth.
this panel. Out of
That's the
almost
truth.
10
No, it
people.
ain't.
This
No,
is
it
just
ain't.
between one person.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I've been
Quentin
on other
ain't cussed
panels
me
with
out
other
not
people.
once tonight, and I'm sure I said some stuff he
That's
didn't agree
once.
with.
That's one time. But you didn't got into it with other
Anton did
people
not
on other
cuss me out
panels.
not once tonight, and I'm
You didn't
sure
got
I
into
know
it
it
with
was
other
some
people on
things.
other panels.
He has not.
You didn't got into it with other
panels.
people
What
on other
panels?
panels. But you're the one that said you don't want to reconcile it. You're the one that said you don't want to apologize. You're the one that said you don't. He can't call my number. So there's that. You don't want it. You don't want it to get any better. These things that you
We've
said
been
on this
doing this for
platform.
over a year, and I've apologized.
Well, no.
And you
Well,
don't know how to
before
let
you got
things
here, this
go.
wasn't the thing. It wasn't the thing before you got
Yes,
here.
it was. You were
No, it
cussing
wasn't.
out Quentin.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
was.
It never happened. It never
Slimmy, I've been
happened.
watching this before he even
It
put you and
never
Quentin up
happened.
here.
It never happened.
We've got to figure
It
it
never
out because
happened.
we cannot be
You
up
making
all
stuff
night
up.
arguing like this. It's not conducive to anyone's
I ain't never met no man who's so dead set on arguing with a woman ever.
It don't matter about arguing with a woman.
I don't
We on
do
a
this
panel.
offline,
I don't argue with no women because I don't argue with no women in real life because don't no women talk to me like that in real life. Ever.
There's other people
Ever.
on this panel, y'all.
It's just the women up here just don't seem to have no respect. That's all it is.
Maybe we need more men.
Or maybe you just need to be respectful.
Maybe we just need more men.
You just need to be respectful. That's
a
it. It's all about respect.
perspective. Who can
I could throw a man in there too.
I wonder how come I never got into it with people that don't disrespect me. Why I never got into it with the people that don't disrespect me?
It's
I
very
guess we all
obvious that
disrespect
y'all
you.
have
We
That's
all
the, that's the
disrespect
question
you.
each
that
other.
that's the question you got to ask yourself. It's only the disrespectful ones. That's it.
You know,
AKA the
it's
vaginas.
No,
it
I didn't say
doesn't
nothing about
always
nothing. You said that.
disrespect. Sometimes you just be mad. Sometimes you come on the show mad, Slimmy. Like,
Who
Don't
you
tell
talking
him that,
about? You're lying.
Mimi. Don't tell him
Mimi,
that.
you're lying.
Stay out of it, Mimi.
Mimi. Don't make
well,
up.
first of all, let me say,
Mimi.
I was a watcher before I was
Stop.
a host.
Mimi,
So
Mimi,
I'm
I'm going to
telling
stop you. I'm going to stop you because you don't know my mind and you don't know me as a person to
I
even
didn't
say
say
nothing
it was
like
your
that.
mind. Your energy.
No.
when you come
You
on the
can't
show
say
most of the
you
time
can't
is
say I
not
come on this show
positive.
angry. You don't know me to
I didn't
even
say
say
you're
that.
angry. Your energy
Mimi,
is very angry.
respectfully, you should probably stay out of it.
Well, respectfully, I don't have to because I have been asked to be the host of this show.
But you didn't want to be the moderator. You didn't want to be the moderator though. You didn't want to moderate. Mimi, you didn't want to.
End of the day,
You got it, man.
That was taken care of yesterday.
Mimi, don't make lies about my character that I come on the show to be angry. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm telling you what your
Don't do that.
energy is. Your
Don't
energy
do that.
is angry now.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm not angry
when you come on the show, and it's throughout
the
show.
You know what?
And it does make for a very toxic work environment.
Well, it wouldn't be toxic if people didn't cut me off and didn't talk when I was talking.
Well,
like you just did.
Well, I mean, I could just mute you, but I don't want to
mute you too. Mute yourself.
You could.
Mute yourself.
That again is not how a show
Don't
works.
Nobody need no sassy women up here talking crazy to no men. All you got to do is be respectful.
Well, what about
I don't understand how that's hard.
Crazy to women.
I'm not talking crazy to women because I don't have nothing to say to you.
You are literally in your mic like this. Why are you like this? You don't have to.
That's not disrespectful. You're not making sense. That's not disrespectful.
Well, I'm
talking into a microphone doesn't make it disrespectful.
I'm not going to tolerate it, and
I'm not going to tolerate no woman talking to me crazy.
That's fine, but you also don't have to be up here either.
You don't have to be up here either.
I don't, but I am.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
We like you up here, Mimi.
I don't have a problem with anybody. You have a problem with me. I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to the young lady next to me.
You don't have to be.
I actually have to. I actually have to be. I'm not talking to you. You wanted to make an issue with me though. This seems to be a problem. Women seem to want to come up here and they want to challenge me. They want to listen. Hold on, because you're not the first person to do this. All you women that want to come up here and challenge me, you want to make it seem like I got an issue. All I'm doing is standing my ground. If you want to challenge a man, they're going to challenge you back. Just don't challenge a man and be respectful, and you won't have no problems.
I think this is a panel, and I think the whole men versus women topic is, and this is just me being honest. I think we should probably maybe I'm crazy. Can we please stop saying what women and men should do? We're on a panel. We're equal. This ain't got nothing to do with no woman, no man, no age, no nothing. We're all up here to talk about topics. Who cares if we're women? Who cares if you're a man? At the end of the day, respect is given to people in general. So I get you thinking that you're always disrespected, but I promise you, I don't think that you see how you come off to every woman on the panel. I'm not saying it's every night, but I'm saying it's so often that it's too noticeable. And it's every woman that comes up here. You take things, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, you take things way more personal than other people might take it, and you then say it's disrespect. One saying it might not think that they're disrespecting you, and then when someone tries to apologize to you, you don't even accept the apology. So it's very hard to move forward with you and continue to just be respectful when you're not accepting apologies. You don't want to hear what nobody has to say. You just take it and say, nope, you're dead to me, pretty much. It's very hard to move forward with somebody like that. It's like you're stuck in that, and it's frustrating. So I'm not saying that you've never been disrespected. I'm not going to say that. But what I am going to say is you don't see that you do the same thing and have started disrespecting people before, and you don't see that. You talking loud and yelling at people when maybe you're just a loud person, but that can come off as disrespectful. Maybe you don't think it's disrespectful, but just like you don't think that's disrespectful, I might have said something to you that I didn't think was disrespectful, and you did. So I am entitled to feel how I feel just like you are. So at the end of the day, if we can just maybe, I don't know, respect each other's wishes, maybe we can move forward. But if we can't do that, what are we even talking about? Every night, this is insane. Yesterday, there was an argument. I've gotten into plenty of arguments. It's starting to be kind of, like I said, this is like a toxic work environment. It's not fun anymore. Like, this isn't even fun.
I wasn't arguing yesterday.
You got into it with Mimi. Slimmy, did you forget?
No, I wasn't arguing. I wasn't arguing.
It was something to where
No.
Regardless
I wasn't
of what
arguing.
you call it, it went
I wasn't
too far.
arguing. I wasn't arguing, Brittany.
But you,
You're
okay,
wrong.
well, you don't want to call it an argument. Everybody else seen it to be an argument, Slimmy. From the people in the chat to the people in the comments to people on the channel, it looked like it was an argument.
It wasn't an argument.
I can tell you, I got several messages that it was an argument. It was an argument.
If that you was arguing by yourself, then.
Well, now we're arguing about it.
You was arguing by yourself.
I feel like I'm in.
I don't understand. I don't understand how women can't be accountable for what they do. All I said is, all you got to do, don't talk when I'm talking. We ain't gonna have no issues. Y'all don't want to do that. I'm not gonna accept no apology. All I say, I don't accept apologies. I just accept changed behavior. That's simple.
Cool.
If you're not gonna change, then what are you apologizing for?
But Slimmy, you do the exact thing.
I don't do the exact same thing. I don't do the exact same thing. I've never said anything on your initial thought, ma'am. I've never said anything on your initial thought. I've never said anything on your initial thought. It's been plenty of. Hold on, Brittany. I was still talking. And this is the problem that I have. This is the problem that I have. And here we go with it. Here it is right here. I was speaking. This is the problem. This is the exact problem. I was speaking and you're trying to overtalk me.
Allergic. And this is the same thing.
You do it all the time. I was talking.
I don't do that
every day.
I sat here and I let you talk and I let you talk and I let you talk. As soon as I started talking, and I said that women need, I don't accept apology. You're still talking. And you're still talking. I'm not repeating myself. You're not listening, ma'am. You're not listening. What I was about to say is I've never interrupted anyone's initial thought. I will sit here on mute when people give their thoughts. I have to wait until damn near the end of the conversation to speak. And by that, I get 30 seconds into what I'm saying. Y'all don't like what I'm saying. Y'all get triggered and y'all want to overtalk me. That's what I have a problem with. I don't give a fuck about the cutoffs. Everybody gets cut off. I've never had an issue with that. All I've ever said is, let me get out my initial thought. Anton knows that. That's why he's laughing, because this is the truth. And y'all tried to spin it like I said, I got a problem with getting cut off. I done got cut off 1,000,000 times. I don't give a fuck about that. Stop over talking me on my initial thought. That's the issue that I have. That's the only issue I've ever had up here. That's the only problem I've ever had. And you continue to do it. That's the problem.
That's not the only problem you've ever had, but I'm not gonna sit there and deny that doesn't happen. That does happen. There's been times where Kim and I was talking and I interjected her and I was like, oh my bad. It happens. Does it happen probably more often for you? I'm not sitting there saying that it doesn't. I'm just simply saying you do things too, and you never take account. Slimmy, you don't take accountability for nothing. Every time someone says something about you, you get mad, you start cussing them out, you start calling them ma'am, you say, I don't do that. I can give you an examples of when you do stuff and you'll say you didn't do it. People will run a tape back, show you said something, you'll still say I didn't say it. It's like, can you sometimes take accountability? Because if you can at least do that, we can move forward. But I don't understand how you love to point out everything everybody else does, but when it comes to you, you're just this innocent bystander.
Why is it always a problem? How could you sit here and say, oh, you might be right about getting cut off on your initial thought and think I'm not going to have no problems moving forward? That's censorship. If I'm not able to speak on my initial thought, don't you think that's problematic?
I'm not disagreeing.
Yes or no? Do you think that's problematic? Now, I'm literally telling you that's the root of all the problems that I have with anybody. So once you keep doing that and you're going to continue to do that, eventually I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to overtalk you. I've literally said this 1,000 times. I don't know how we can't get past this. So once in a while, I'll say, okay, y'all going to be hyenas. So I'm going to do what I got to do. You gonna keep cutting me off, so I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna do that shit right back. That's where we had the issue when you said I was calling y'all out y'all name. I was just simply saying that because y'all didn't want to let me get my initial thought off for like three fucking topics. Y'all kept over talking me, and that's why I called y'all hyenas that day, and that's what you had a problem with.
But okay, cool. I had
That's
a
an
problem
insult.
because you would, if I was to call you a name, World War V would have popped off. You don't get to do what you don't like. I've never said, "Oh, Slimmy, you're a hyena." I've never like for me to sit there and say,
I can't be a hyena.
And let me be
I'm a
clear, I
man.
didn't get mad. I just
We
called
can't
you
either
out
women.
on
There
the
are male
hypocrisy.
hyenas.
I said it's very funny how if I was to call you a name, you would have flipped the gasket. You would have flipped the table. If somebody did something to you like that, and mind you, it was unprovoked because I didn't even say anything. So it was very unprovoked. You were being petty. And when I say something now,
no, it wasn't unprovoked. It wasn't unprovoked.
Can I say something? Can I say something as a person who's fought with
Anton was talking to you, so it was unprovoked. We didn't even say anything.
Why did this nigga log off? Why did this nigga log off?
Because I got pissed, and then I came back how y'all are all jumping on Slimmy. The thing about Slimmy is who he is. He's a passionate person. He don't mean none of it. He's a nice fucking guy, and you guys are the ones that take a respectful. Me and Slimmy had our thing. We talked. I know him as a person. So all this shit that y'all saying that he is, he's not that.
To you.
Well,
no, he's
you're
not
a
that
man.
to anybody.
You're a man. You
He's
can't
not
give it
that
from
to
a man's
anybody.
perspective.
This is who he is. At some point, no, I'm talking. I got off. I ain't said shit all night, nigga. I'm talking. And at some point in time on this panel, y'all motherfuckers need to come up here to adjust to what the fuck this shit is. Because let's be clear, all you new motherfuckers who coming up here saying y'all do this and y'all do this, y'all knew exactly what the fuck it is before y'all came up here. So at some point in time, you knew what you was getting your motherfucking self into. So you might want to adjust to what you've been seeing and shut the fuck up.
It ain't about Slimmy.
No,
thank you.
You don't adjust to
Victim Olympic.
No, that's not
girl,
something you adjust.
They think the sun rising set with them.
Right.
They need
so
a
we supposed
reality
to adjust
check.
to Slimmy?
No.
And what is being new? Why are we always, oh, you're new, you're new?
Have to do with anything. I've been watching this show.
That's like a number. People always like to say you can't say something because you're new. Who cares about being new if you're dealing with the situation?
I've never said that. I've never said
Everybody
that.
was new at one point up here.
Exactly. Like, okay, we're new, but that doesn't mean we didn't experience something. Like, and again, if we're being honest, let me.
Well, you can't bitch about something that you knew you were walking into.
I didn't know I was walking into being disrespected, and nobody knows.
Well, you said that Slimmy's done it to me before, so you knew it was going to happen.
Why would I think business? So you think I'm sitting up here saying, "Oh, he's going to do it to me"? Because I don't.
Everybody knows I'm an asshole, and y'all came up here anyway.
Who cares? Because
everybody knew at some point in time I was
going
to call one of y'all motherfuckers a bitch, and y'all came up here anyway. Y'all came up here fucking anyway. I could have
sworn this was Anton's.
It doesn't matter. Y'all knew what y'all were getting yourself into, and y'all signed up for that shit. Y'all said, "Look, I want to come up there."
Wait, hold on, Quinn. Who need to be important? Who need to be important?
To be important.
Who needs
like,
to
this
be
is
important?
Anton's thing, and he's the one sitting back chilling, and y'all are just like,
who needs to be
like
important?
Y'all put this together.
Who needs to? Ain't nobody acting like that. You just talking.
You especially think you need to be important.
No. You think you important. You think you important. Watch that shit, man. I came up here because he asked me to come up here.
Nobody can't even.
No, stop. Hold on. Whoa, hold on, motherfucker. Hold on.
Excuse you.
I came up here because he asked me to come up here. I don't think I'm important. I don't think I'm important. I don't think I'm important. No, fuck that ma'am shit. Fuck that ma'am shit.
Slimmy, what you say?
No, fuck that. Okay, man. My nigga, homie.
Since you want to go there.
You need to watch what you say, man. Chill that shit out, man. Chill that shit out, dog. You doing too much. You doing too much.
Don't call me anything at all.
You doing too much. You doing way too much. Don't nobody think they important. Nigga, this his show.
Okay, sis.
Yeah, see that disrespectful shit? See that disrespectful shit?
I said call me Molly.
I ain't calling you shit. I ain't calling you shit.
I'm calling you sassy.
Oh, all right, bet. Well, we gonna disrespect each other every time then. Fuck it.
If it's up, then it's stuck, Slimmy.
Super chats.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
All righty.
To me, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna be done with it. It's crazy how it's all the women. They only got something to say about the men. They ain't said nothing about the women's behavior, not one time. I think that's kind of crazy.
But we only said something about you. We didn't say anything about Quentin or
the other men.
And that's
I'm a man. I'm a man.
You said the men, which is plural.
But you ain't saying nothing about no woman's the point is you not saying nothing about a woman's behavior.
Okay, cool.
You're not saying anything about a woman's behavior. You think it's okay for women to be disrespectful?
I talk about myself. So how am I take accountability for what I do. I spoke on myself. I even admitted to cutting off Kimmy sometimes. Like, do you not hear what I say, or are you just bypassing?
You're not the only woman up here, Brittany.
And I do agree that Molly does cut you. She gets excited when
you're not the only woman up here, Brittany.
Oh, okay, so what? But I'm one that was.
So you don't have to take it that personal.
It's not taking it personal. I'm still going to speak because I spoke. What are you talking about? I'm not taking none of this personal because I don't care that much. But we're on a panel, so I'm speaking.
Girl,
I don't live this life outside of this panel. None of this really matters to me. I promise you. I wanted to come up here to have fun. That's what this was for. I have a real life.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun.
I'm in
but y'all want to make this shit too personal.
Who? I didn't make nothing personal with you. What did I say that was personal? Or do you just take everything personal? I can't even address you because you say that's personal. What did I say that was personal? I didn't, and I'm not even trying to attack you. I'm just saying that I don't think you see some of the stuff that you do, and that is a fact.
I know what I do. I know what I do,
you
man.
don't admit it when people call you out.
I admitted it. What are you talking about? I literally admitted. I said, if you cut me off, eventually I'm going to get fed up and I'm going to start doing the same thing. That's admitting it.
Let me, in the moment when people are saying something to you, you get, no, I don't do this. You do it every time. And you don't just do it with the women.
You are missing the whole point. Everybody. You got it. It's pointless, man. Y'all don't.
Passive aggressive. It's just like I got it.
It's not. I'm never passive aggressive, man. I'm very much direct. I'm very much direct.
I'm aggressive. So at the end of the day, I think that you don't admit when you do things wrong. Period. And
I think y'all don't want to call a spade a spade. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what the problem is. Y'all don't want to call it out though. That's the issue. That's the issue I got with it.
So you're saying Molly's
you're not telling him what he wants to hear, Brittany. Let it go.
So Molly's the issue because she always cuts you off. That's your issue. That's your only issue is that you feel like Molly always cuts you off.
And if that's the worst thing a woman can do to you, then you got a long life ahead. This is insane.
What you say?
Control. I said if cutting you off is the worst thing that a woman can do to you, and you go off the way.
Mimi.
You are.
You know what? Hey man.
You won't.
You say what?
When Anton's talking, you talk over Anton.
You don't stop when Anton. You don't stop for nobody. The fuck is you talking about? Why are you interjecting yourself?
Hardly have said a single word tonight. Hardly. I sat back and let everybody speak because you got so out of pocket last night about anybody having something to say and whether I was a moderator or if I was a panelist. I think I'm all of it at the end of the day. I'm asked to be here by Anton, not by you.
Mimi,
now,
you said you weren't gonna moderate.
Well, I'm not doing this. What's going on right now?
You said you weren't gonna moderate to start the show.
Because ain't nobody gonna pay me enough.
You weren't gonna moderate. You said no. Mimi, you said you weren't going to moderate.
I said
I was just like Mimi. I was like Mimi, you gotta be a moderator. I said, Mimi, you gotta be a. This is not an argument. This is not an argument. You brought it up. You brought it up, ma'am. You brought it up. You brought it up. It's not out of control. You were out of control last night.
Don't even be quiet when Anton.
You were out of control. You were out of control. No, you're trying to push a narrative. You're trying to push a narrative. You're trying to push a narrative, and you won't tell the truth because you only everywhere you go, you cause confusion.
Here, except Q, who has said something, feels the same way. AD talking about separating y'all. So obviously there's an issue.
Well, there was no talk about separation before she got here. Nobody needed to be separated.
Well, if she wasn't here, how would she be?
Nobody needed. The show was here before she got here. Nobody needed to be separated. It wasn't no issues. It wasn't no problems. Nothing.
It was here before you got here too.
No. Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't no problems when I got here. It wasn't no problems until you showed up. It wasn't no over talking until you showed up. It wasn't no disrespect until you showed up. That's the truth. That's the truth.
So
nothing.
You don't like
none
me.
of that
Just
existed.
say that. So
none of that existed.
Like me. Okay.
No, I don't have nothing
against you. You have a personal problem with me personally.
I don't care about you.
You really don't even know for real.
Molly, I met you in real life. I met you in real life and we was cool. And you got up on this panel and you flipped the script.
No.
And you started being a different person.
This is how it was
That's
on
the
the
truth.
show.
And that's the truth. I met you in real life and we was cool. Everything was good. Everything was cool. Everything was fine. And now you got up here and you started acting different. That's the real truth.
No.
That's the real truth.
I was on panels before I was on this one.
Don't matter. I was too. What are you talking about?
So what would change?
What?
Outside of me having to constantly hear about women bad. Like,
so you just proved my point. You get triggered by the things that I say and you can't handle it and you can't substantiate your argument. So you like to overtalk me. You
I don't
just
get
proved the point.
triggered by you, Slimmy.
You just proved the point right then and there, and you just said it. I don't want to have to hear women bad. What? It's a conversation. Why are you getting?
No,
why are you taking it that far?
You're like a broken record.
No.
So
You
of
the
course I'm
broken
gonna
record. I
sound
don't
like
say
I'm
the
saying
same things
something
over and over.
All right, we
I'm not
gotta
gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that with you. Anyway, the point of the matter is, I met you in real life. You switched up. I met you in real life. Everything was cool, and you switched up. You got up here and you start saying personal shit.
Megatron NYC says box counts as an intoxicant.
I can see that.
Megatron NYC also says sympathy cat. What is that? Courtney Egger Show says, what's the word? What's up, Courtney? Megatron NYC says, if she's celibate, he'll buy a bit. KL the Wanderer says, Molly, is there a moment of the show you don't blame men for everything?
Yes, when women aren't being blamed for everything.
Daddy and the Caddy said, not putting out until marriage, noble. Not putting out until a certain financial outcome, wicked. Michael Jordan voice, stop it, get some help. Megatron NYC says, woman, my phone is broke. Man, UPS is hiring. Spaces says, off subject, Miss Gemini, the Kim and I had some tomatoes someone grew in their backyard. I don't even like tomatoes, and they were absolutely delicious.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
They taste different.
That homegrown stuff is different.
Megatron NYC said, Britney's earrings give me 90s flashback. Fateo of Fallacy says, can never get over how Aaliyah brought all of these conversations home. People constantly speak past the prostitutes and are literally afraid of holding them accountable. Are they scared or something?
Y'all still having sex with them. Are y'all scared to hold them accountable? Why y'all still sleeping with them?
Thaddeus 5390 says, Slimmy, chill on the women. It's a shame they have to show you how to behave. Shout outs to the queens on the show. Big Time Willie says, Molly is the R&B song's future mate. Okay. Daddy and the Caddy, Slim plus Molly equals when a movable object meets a stoppable force, when the misandrist and the misogynist walk into a bar.
I'm not misandrist.
Bushwhack says, love you, Molly.
I love you too. Thank you.
Weird Custom says, Molly is hilarious. She's literally sarcastic and unbothered, and it bothers Slimmy to the max. Right or wrong, she be having Slimmy in a chokehold of emotions. He don't go at anyone else like that, though. Team Molly.
Thank you.
I go at anybody who come at me sideways. I don't give a fuck who it is. That shit don't matter. She ain't
Megatron
special.
NYC says, Q, you're rational. How would you solve this?
Reset to where it was just me and Anton taking phone calls.
Bowinkle says, are y'all going to act like Molly ain't the precipitator of the problem?
Absolutely. That's exactly how they gonna act.
Dirty Woman says, Slimmy, I love you, but you got to be stoic, bro.
No, we passed that. Sorry. They don't give a fuck about
Slimmy. Slimmy with the W. Febreze MD said, W Slim Dog. Weird Custom says, Slimmy got to lay off the soy. You come off hateful to women. You only have problems with the women, and if you do with men, it's because they are defending one of the ladies. Flyboy JC says Slim been crashing out since he had enough of Quentin being on his ass. Now he lashes out always. Need a new guy. Anton is plenty of guys who want to join. Bowinkle says, Mimi, the nerve of you to say Slimmy don't have to be up here on your first day on the job. Well, today is not my first day, but Slimmy is second on the pecking order after Anton, followed by Molly. But I'm not the one being asked what we should do about the situation because of me. Trinae Curry says the angry bus driver. Kais MD, Slimmy WF, all y'all haters. Now you mad at me, says Slimmy. That gets me every time because I can't see it. Slimmy been here for over 2 years. How y'all gonna act like he didn't help build this channel to where it is now? I don't think nobody said that.
We all helped build it brick by brick.
Nobody said that.
Yeah. KXDX says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. We're going on 2 years of the arguing, bruh. Kais MD says, Brittany, L, all of y'all are not equal. Slimmy been here for years. What does
I'm talking about as far as being panelists, we are equal because we're all talking about the same topic. You guys are looking at a hierarchy, but when you're in a situation, in a conversation with someone in that moment, who cares about a hierarchy and who cares about who's been here longer? That doesn't even make any sense.
You should still have
Arnold
respect,
says
though.
Molly is demonic.
I have respect for who has respect for me outside of this panel or on this.
Y'all don't have no respect. Y'all don't have no respect for nobody.
Hardy 23 says
nobody?
this is genius time. Green Blaze the Fly Eagle says, hey Q, is my application still pending? I would love to come on the show.
Yeah, it's right here. I got you.
Billionaire B says Slimmy has a point. 90% of the time he gets pushed back, cut off on his talking points from the women on the panel. It's like 20 versus 1. Word Custom says, but the women never hold each other accountable. Slimmy sounds like liberals who say, but white people kill each other too. When you bring up black on black crime, LOL. Slimmy never wrong and always yelling.
This sounds crazy to bring up something stupid like that on a panel of people. This is just a general just a small, concise group of people. Has nothing to do with black on black crime. And the fact of the matter is, if they weren't cutting me off, it wouldn't be no issues. It wouldn't.
Chicago 1288 says y'all need to get a room. Slan Sells Car says, Anton, you've got to get control of the show. The outburst by Slimmy is a turnoff. Q brings an immature attitude that belongs on a teenager, and men should always stay in frame. Omni Chill said, boy, it's out the mud with Rashad McCant. Greatness to Works said, and Mimi say what Molly does wrong. That's what Slimmy is saying. Same way Slimmy held accountable, so should Molly.
Yeah, they're not gonna never do that. Women
This
gonna
show
stay
ain't
on
about
code.
me. Quit trying to make this show
Women
about
gonna
me
stay on
and holding
code.
me accountable.
Women gonna stay on code.
It's about the topic.
Women gonna stay. Women have a problem with men, with the things that men say out their mouth, and they can't handle it, so they want to attack the man. That's all it is. That's all it is.
I think you know what's funny is
That's
you
all
say
it
we
is.
don't respect you. I think we hold you to so much of a higher respect because you're a man, and we're sitting there saying, I don't agree with the way Molly cut you off, but I would be a hypocrite to say that I don't do the same thing. So me trying to check Molly on that makes no sense when I literally gave you an example saying that I do it myself. I've done it myself. Who am I to tell Molly, oh, don't do that when I do the same thing? I have to hold myself accountable first, which I did. So do I think that it's okay for her to do that? No, I'm not saying it's okay. I've noticed that.
So then why you only talking to me?
When you do talk, because my
So why only talk to me?
My point.
So why only talk to me?
Yeah, we running up on 4 hours. This is not the Millionaire Morning Show.
Chicago
Chicago says
you don't admit when you do stuff wrong.
I have admitted when I was wrong. I said my bad to somebody the other day. I didn't realize you was talking.
Y'all call each other. Chicago said we interact with women because we're not going to punish ourselves because you're a piece of shit. POS, sorry. Green Blaze, the Fly Eagle says, hey Anton, here's an idea of change. Rename the show to I'm a Man, I Man, the Peripheral View. LOL. Okay. Modern Talk says it's not just Molly Slimmy. First, it was you and Q going at it. Then it was Molly and Carrie nice. Billionaire says Kim hair is fire. Abigail 1972 says $35. Okay. Megatron NYC says I'm blaming Kim and I. It's impossible to have any anger when she's showing her perfect smile. Oh, that's so nice.
I'll take it.
That's so sweet. That's the sweetest thing I've heard all night. All right, y'all. Well, that's it. That's it for tonight. Thank y'all so much for coming. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all same time, same place tomorrow night. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Bye, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.
Fucking insane.